Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy Whispers of the Eye. My name is Dylan. I'm going to be your game master for tonight. I am joined by Phalos, Lothos, Modius, and Barbosa. This is a total tabletop production. We are here every Monday night at 6:30 Pacific, more or less. And again, this is Warhammer 40k's role-playing game, Dark Heresy. Our game is Whispers of the Eye. This is a homebrew campaign, and we are glad to have you guys joining us tonight. Let's go with a few introductions, and we'll start just going down the line with Phalos.
Hey everybody, my name is Joe, Microcosmic God. If you join our Discord, which you should, talk to us about the game, how much you love it, because we love it. I'm here playing Phalos, tech priest, learning how to talk to people, and just trying not to get killed.
All right, and next up we have Modius.
All right, I'm Ryan. I go by B-Guns in Discord. I am playing Modius Skygar, the Navigator, which is a twist off of 2E. And I spent nearly all of last session in shackles, for the record.
You deserved it.
I did.
Kind of deserved it.
I don't think we really did take them off either.
Oh,
Did we?
yeah, you took them off.
Yeah, you guys took them
Eventually.
off.
Eventually.
Once you came to the murder house.
Yeah, once I wasn't the biggest threat.
I thought it was after the murder house.
Yeah.
Right.
Roughly the murder house. Right?
Lothos.
Hi everybody, I'm Will, also known on Discord as Spaz, and I'm currently playing Lothos, the Adeptus Ministorum assassin that is here waiting to give the order to turn our 3 lovely knights that are following us into slag. Damn heretics, all need to burn. Only with fire.
It's the only thing they're good for. And last but not least, Barbosa.
My name's Zach, and in Discord I'm Noctis, and then I'm playing Barbosa, who's basically the person keeping all the rest of these people alive.
Not wholly accurate.
I mean, for
He's
now.
not completely wrong.
You
You're
also
not...
put us in some situations where we could die.
And then saved you.
Well,
Is it really saving them if you got them into it in the first place, or is it just like
Sure.
fixing your
I
mistake?
could have just Batmaned out of there and then left them to die.
I guess it matters how traumatized they were in the end.
There's no
it
trauma.
depends on
before
if we
you
know
press
it's
play.
his fault. Because if we don't know it's his fault, then it's just good PR. It looks like
You're
a
right,
hero.
we'll probably just blame it on the tech priest. Or the mutant.
Yeah, there's a tech priest and a mutant. Obviously, I am without reproach.
Yeah, you're just a dirty space pirate.
Right.
He's a
Alright.
neophyte now.
Right.
Yeah, and that is our warband of neophytes. They have been recently promoted within the Inquisition to neophytes from acolytes. But just a few other quick announcements. We have merch. If you go to our Twitch page, there's a link for our merch store. We got merch for this show. We got merch for our other shows. There's a lot of shows on this channel. It's usually at 6:30 Pacific time, almost every day of the week. Check out our schedule. I'm pretty sure that's down there too.
Beautiful shirt that you got there, Phalos.
Well, I was wearing a green shirt and I was blending into the background, so I thought, why not advertise?
It must have been
Tabletop logo.
fate.
Super comfy, buy them.
Yeah, they are really nice. We have a lot of stuff too. We have cups, mouse pads, tank tops, all sorts of shit. Go check them out. Other shows on the channel, like I said, there's a schedule, 6:30 Pacific time most days of the week, which is a very nice convenience and coincidence as well. We are the only 40k show on the channel. The others are Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Check those out. And I think that's it. Bits.
Bits.
Yes, please.
If you cheer us 300 bits, you can get one of these guys a fate point. You can only get them one fate point at a time. At the moment, Modius is the only one that has one. Once they lose their fate point, you can buy them another one. Each fate point is 300 bits. So if you want to give these guys an extra hand or just a little help along the way this session, cheer those bits, and we will appreciate it. A subscription also counts for a fate point as well.
And I'm told we're not allowed to buy ourselves
Nope.
fate points.
Cannot buy it yourself
Oh,
or other players.
Darn.
Fate points.
Because we're going to use all our fate points in like the first 10 minutes. At least
I-
I do.
Hey, don't call it. Don't call the bad rolls back. Don't do it. We had them all last session. Don't do it.
Don't call it a comeback.
Been here for years.
All right. So let's get to the game. Last time, our warband of neophytes, having made planetfall on the quarantined death world of Icarus, where some unknown mass psychic presence stayed, and where the trail of the heresy of Altheus had led our warband. The warband made planetfall with a small group of Imperial Guardsmen, including Lieutenant Daniels, Stock Barrel, and a small group of Guardsmen wielding heavy flamers. They were dropped off by their favorite Thunderhawk pilot as he made some very good rolls again to land you guys safely and quickly to where you needed to go. Hi, Kyle. 200 bits? Okay, I'll give someone a fate point. Who do you want to have the fate point?
That's all I got.
Cursed fate point.
Oof. I guess Barbosa doesn't get it.
Give it to the tech priest. I don't know why he's gonna need it. Give it to the tech priest.
We don't have a car we need to go.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna need to make wisdom saves.
There are
Yet to use a fate point for driving a vehicle.
there are
That could be
no
real
cars on this planet. Who's the most
I wouldn't
badass? Oof. I mean, that's relative.
Roy!
I mean,
Most badass
Barbosa.
one already has a fate point, so I mean you might go second.
Barbosa
True.
is Batman.
He is Batman
With the sniper rifle.
Well,
with a sniper rifle.
He's Red
He
Hood.
would be if he could use
he's
a grappling hook to save his life.
He's more
I need
dead,
the fate point to be able
Yeah.
to be Batman.
He's more dead
All right,
shot with
we'll
the
give
grapple
it.
hook.
We'll give it to Barbosa.
That's fair.
Roy.
Right.
All
All
right.
you do is just shoot people in the head.
And let's give it a second to see if that shows up on stream. And it does, Nito. Alright, thanks, Kyle.
Wait, thanks.
Oh, that's for the low stick
Dankeschön.
you gave Marius way back when. Alright. Where was I? Where they had landed on the planet's surface, spreading out after a quick little disagreement within the warband, which led to Modius being manacled. They embarked into the Darkwood, a towering forest of warp-mutated trees that had overtaken this small area of Icarus. However, dutifully, they trudged on, pushing through the forest until they encountered a small hut, which they quickly surrounded and pushed in on. Phalos actually leading the charge with Stock and a few of the Flamer units, finding a rather disturbing scene of gore and a shrine to a god who wasn't the God Emperor, strangely enough. However, they did find running water, which led them to the coast, which led them to a small campsite of 3 humans who declared themselves Paladins of Dimarius.
Heretics.
We should
And-
also state that they lit the Darkwood on fire, and that they had
A
been
little bit.
followed by many pairs of glowing eyes which had stalked them through the darkness.
Hence the fire.
Hence
You
the
can't
fire.
prove we burned down the woods.
You have
Burn down the house.
flamethrowers. You have 3 flamethrowers.
It was some other guy with a flamethrower.
There was no fire within that forest whatsoever.
Fire didn't exist on this planet before we got here.
You guys
Hey,
brought
hey.
fire.
It's just some weird wizard somewhere. Don't
no,
worry about
no,
it.
we're not that feral. The knights mounted their strange Xenos steeds and led the warband and the Imperial Guardsmen to a city. The ancient ruins of a once proud imperial city reduced to rubble, scrap, and built upon by the descendants of those who survived the warp storms. They were led up to the palace where they met with the High King, God King Dimarius, who looked like a space marine, but the party couldn't be sure. But having just had a run-in with the Space Wolves, it's a fair comparison. He tasked them with hunting the Red Wizard, who he had apparently dueled at some point in time and who had managed to draw blood from the God King. Interestingly enough, Beryl stood up against the God King and his requests to kneel and essentially recognize him as the one true God. After a tense moment, Dimarius judged it would not be worth it to fight you, and instead sent you on your way with your 3 new best friends, Friedrich, Wilhelm, and Flöring. And that's where we'll pick up. You are outside the gates of the Imperial Palace. They have it just closed behind you, having climbed back down to the base of the spire, which has the bright beacon that is Imperial tech, by the looks of it, of some sort. You're not sure what it is, and you're not sure what it's doing, but it's Imperial tech for sure. And the 3 knights are sort of standing off to the side, muttering amongst themselves. You sort of understand the dialect as it is an offshoot of Lord Gothic, but it is very difficult to sort of translate into what you understand. It's a very heavy accent, so if they're speaking very quickly and stuff like that, it's almost impossible to understand them. But you guys...
Call these guys best friends. That's a weird way of saying live targets, but whatever.
They're just slag
Call it what
stands,
you
don't
want.
worry about it.
I mean, maybe not right outside the castle, but soon.
So then, does everybody wish just to start heading out at this point? Got nothing better to do here.
Be like, right, mates. Which way to this red wizard blow?
Friedrich will speak up. He's taller, dark hair, has a great sword on his back. The same sort of plate mail and the large plumed feather. You see that the symbol of Dimarius is emblazoned upon his breastplate. He will go, yeah. Well, we know that the wizard is to the southwest of Redinithia. But 2 routes leading in. He'll sort of get a little pale, and the other ones look just worried too. Like, there's the Whisperwood, and the Old Town.
Right, which one's quicker?
Both have such comforting names.
They will talk amongst themselves for a minute. I say we're talking to Friedrich. Yeah. Friedrich will turn back around. We are unsure which is faster. Many who take the paths do not come back.
Both paths.
The paths are outside of the sphere, the shield of Dimarius.
Right, well, which one do people come back more from, yeah?
No one comes back.
Right, alright, so... Old Town, what's that like? What are we dealing with? Just Old Town?
From what we understand, it is ruins of an ancient civilization.
I'm gonna look over at Phalos and be like... Right, you think you might be able to find anything there? Might be of use?
There will be things there, and they may be of use, but I have no way of knowing.
They say that ghosts haunt the ruins, causing madness on anyone who enters.
Right, but within there's eyeball things, right, in the woods. What them things, by the way?
I'm sorry?
The things with the glowy eyes in the woods.
Yes, the one that travels in very large packs.
The
Like
Watchers in the Darkwood.
Right.
Yes.
Probably.
And we aren't sure what they are. They're spindly. They have many arms, razor sharp talons.
Will they always keep their distance as they have?
No, they will usually catch you off guard once your light goes out.
Right, good thing we lit the forest on fire then, keep them away, yeah?
They blanched. You have angered the Watchers in the darkness?
Oh, they're
We have
already angry, mate.
frightened Watchers in darkness is big difference. Well, I am thinking that if there
Wilhelm will
was something
speak up.
useful,
These heretics will bring doom upon us all.
Oh.
I'm gonna look over. Right, mate. Just kind of clap a hand on those. We the heretics, right? That's right, funny joke.
It's just like,
Let's go through the old town, yeah? You
Well-
mates lead the way.
well, I am
no one's given any detail of the old wood, other than what
The
we might
Whispering,
find.
the Wood of Whispers.
The Whisper Wood.
The Whisperwood, yes. It is a place of silence. Yes. Noises don't travel. We've done a few. You tie a rope and watch them go in. You can usually, as long as you keep sight of them, nothing happens. But you cannot hear the. They say that it was the site of a great battle once, and that the blood and atrocities that happened there caused all the trees to mourn in silence. It is a white, stark place of silence and sorrow. But they say something stalks the wood, hungering for more blood.
Right, well, I vote old town, yeah? I'm a little bit more familiar with
Yes.
buildings and such.
Old
These
Town
explanations.
seems much more within our expertise.
I also,
You're saying-
ghosts don't exist.
But I am thinking that Whisperwood may be better. If there are ghosts inducing madness, some people may not be ideally suited to more exposure. We can handle physical creatures.
Luring will speak up. Well, we could always go grab us a fucking witch. Bring them along. They'll protect us with the Whisperwood.
Right, mate.
You just have them laying around, yeah?
Alright, up in the Mage's Quarter. That's where they stay.
I'm just gonna look over at Lothos and knowingly be like, this place must die.
Well,
This whole city, I'm just gonna like kind of look and be like, right, mate, nah, I think we go without the witches.
he'll
Yeah,
look
let's
towards Friedrich and Wilhelm like, as this is a, edict of the king, we have the right to requisition their aid. That's the only way we're going to get through the Whisperwood, and the only thing that's going to keep back those ghosts, mate.
Oh. Honestly, I trust fucking his eye more than a witch.
Oh, mate, you see this guy right here, the crazy eye? Yeah, we got it covered, don't even worry.
It's covered, but yeah.
I thought Cyclopses were much larger.
He's a Triclops, mate.
Oh.
He's smaller, but they got special powers.
More eyes, but smaller. Oh, right, I understand. I'll take out a little notebook and, scribble
I'm
on
gonna
it.
bring-
Triclops.
Hey,
Pull
Look.
Lothos aside for just a second. Look, I am understanding we do not hold with witches, but they think we are wizards because we have flamethrower. I am thinking it may not be witches we are used to.
And if it is, something else to take down. More heresy to burn.
Maybe backwards savages think someone with high technology is just magic and will help us get through.
Right, oh, they're bloody psycho, mate. I'm gonna have to plug them.
Also possible.
Well, they wouldn't be the first that we've seen on this planet.
Well, I have voiced concern about madness voices in Old Town, but I am open to either direction. I am
Lieutenant
confident
Daniels.
in own ability.
Lieutenant Daniels is going to speak up. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we not going to talk about the Space Marine with the crown?
Let's
Don't worry about
Give
that.
his ass a look.
Let's
They're like,
Alright.
We will, but not here.
Just be eyeing the grand stairway and the pillar very warily, like, what the fuck's going on up there?
It's just making like a signal to like a chrono, like just different time, not
He'll
the time.
he'll pull out a small silver like flask and just fuck.
I'm gonna like
Yeah.
point at it like,
Yeah, right. So, both passages seem obviously perilous.
I don't know. I feel like the old city is much more up our alley.
Right, mate, I've been all over this place, all over the galaxy, right? I ain't never seen a ghost. Lots of witches. Lots of all kinds of weird shit. I ain't never seen a ghost. So, probably not ghost. Probably some other thing. Probably some,
Probably just a witch.
maybe
doing
some machine
stupid
spirits
shit.
a bit cranky or something.
You sure it wasn't the thing you saw in the bells of the ship? That wasn't a ghost?
Egg lady?
No, we saw them as well. They do exist.
They are very specifically not snake ladies. They are, but they are not.
They're very odd. Very odd.
Well, I will still say I am potentially worried about Old Town, but I am curious to see what we may be learning there.
Oh, man, I think if anywhere's going to have anything that you might be able to apply your specific trades to, it's going to be there in Old Town. You know, might find some more technology or something.
We'll look to the stables we passed earlier. Well, I do not think they are having my specific expertise area here, but machines.
Right, that's what I'm saying, mate. They say this ancient civilization might be that ancient.
I suppose we shall be seeing. Let us be leaving this vicinity, though. if you are
We
comfortable
should
with
try.
Right, let's just start walking, and we'll figure it out. I mean, my vote's for
Town
Old
it
Town.
is.
Old
Yeah,
Town?
Old
Looks
Town.
like Old Town.
Old Town
Yeah.
was with me.
Right, mate, how long is this journey, by the way?
What?
It ain't good hunting out here.
What counts for a mount around here?
The thing on the beach. They're not horses, are they?
No, they're
But do we have the frame of reference to know whether or not they're
Do
horses?
we know what a horse is? This also good.
Okay.
These things are what, like twice the size of a horse or something like that, or are they about horse size?
Nice.
They had like the faces of spiders.
But right, mate, looks a little different from the horses I seen, but giddy up. Not like them, but yeah. Ours got 4 legs, see, and a bit smaller, and hairy, and no mandibles. Right, well, we don't use them too much where I'm from. You see, we got these little things called like vehicles. They're metal horses, yeah.
That is insult to vehicles. But I suppose, lacking vehicles, horses, or whatever passes will do.
Your horses
Eats.
are made of steel.
Yes.
Right,
Incredible.
and they spit fire out their ass.
Oh! Recoil in fear. You'll see
Something
Barrel.
can
Barrel's
just
enjoying
fly,
this.
mate.
He's
Yes.
smoking a low stick, just chuckling, watching you guys just fuck with these guys.
Having a little bit too
Fly
much
to
fun
the
with
air.
them, both of those. Yeah.
Marcos is enjoying himself.
Certainly.
Well,
Of-
let us. We will go to stables and acquire horses, supplies, and any other provisions we will need. I request that you travel with us. The peasantry will not know how to treat you.
Right, when the peasants haven't know how to treat anybody, am I right?
They will sort of nod and begin leading you guys through the city. So you guys are at number 5, and you're heading towards the Peasant Quarter through the Temple District. So you guys will make your way south, more towards this way.
Oh, so we're walking directly through the heresy. Understood.
Through the Temple District, yeah, because this is the Paladins District, so this is where all the Knights of Dimarius reside.
Ah, yes, the place we know to deal with first.
Yeah, so you'll be walking through these halls and archways, and it's very nice. It's this almost marble-like stone of these great sort of Greco pillars and archways. Very not Gothic at all, and it's weird. There's soft curves and rounded bits, and it's like, what the fuck is this shit?
We've
Where's
never
the-
seen.
Where's the
anything
spires?
besides a
Where's
hard
the
right angle?
Yeah, where's the flying buttresses? Where's the gargoyles? Where's the skulls?
Wait, they don't have any skulls?
There's no skulls.
Damn, they're fucking uncultured.
There's no skulls anywhere.
hair.
There's no gold
The
either.
head.
There's no gold. There's no skulls. There's no black.
Disappointing. I bring in Phalos close. I need you to start taking pictures of places to
That's not a bad idea, actually.
just deal with.
I have been taking pictures since tin cans arrived. It's funny because I'm made of metal. As soon as the primitive technology was brought out, especially of so-called God Emperor, I have been documenting. We will want photographic evidence.
Yes, and also we want very useful strategical mapping.
Well, yes, but we will be giving savages education of true God Emperor. And if they are not listening, then we will kill them.
Yeah.
Does the shooting usually come like first as a scare tactic when it comes to bringing back a new planet?
Depends on who's leading the charge.
I think that if 400 dudes the same size as their God Emperor showed up, that they might have some questions.
That's valid logic.
Yeah.
Personally, I
that
am
is pretty
thinking
valid logic.
maybe we eliminate Palace from face of planet to deal with larger threat, and then the rest will fall to knees.
Are you insinuating killing one of the sole remaining Primarchs?
We don't.
I don't know that.
We don't know.
Are
what
you
he is.
insinuating killing a Space Marine?
That's an
I mean-
angel!
A heretical one, yeah.
True.
We have the idea, or at
That
least
would actually really be like a really
You don't
probably
know. You don't know
difficult
that Space
theological
Marines.
question.
You don't know that Space Marines can fall to chaos. You've
Oh
seen
yeah,
the
chaos
one.
is a secret.
We've seen one.
You've
And we
seen the
didn't
one
know what he
Chaos
was.
Space Marine, and you didn't know what he was. But you don't know that Space Marines don't fall to chaos. What?
So
That's
so
an
we could.
angel.
Okay, got it. Got it.
In
No
fact,
such
it would
thing.
probably be a really like difficult philosophical question of like if we're even like, can we? That dude's an angel. Like,
I mean,
like,
that's the grand.
he's kind of got the right to almost do whatever he wants. Almost like like he's one step down the ladder.
That's the grand tragedy of the Inquisition, is that they find out all the dark secrets and the secret truths, and
Some aren't able to
many,
handle the
most
truth.
of them, yeah, grow disillusioned in the Imperium.
It's like, what is it all?
But not you guys, because you're neophytes. You are holy Inquisitors,
We're the
servants.
best.
We took the north path when we should have took a different one.
We know what's up.
We're the smart ones.
Yeah. You know, you guys will be fine. But yeah, you guys are being led through this district. The guardsmen are sort of looking around. They're tense. They don't really like this place at all.
Oh, I don't think any of us do.
They don't like the Temple District.
They don't like the Temple District. The guardsmen don't like this place at all.
Oh, the guardsmen.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about our guards.
No.
The guys that
Oh.
are leading us.
No,
I'm like,
the-
what the fuck?
No, the knights are at home here. This is literally their district. Like, there's nice, beautiful fountains and trees and shrubs. It's creepy. It's creepy how nice it is.
Wait, they have nature within their temple district?
I know.
Disgusting.
You turn a corner and there's like bushes lining the path and trees. You're like, what the fuck is
These
this?
disgusting dirt dwellers.
You're looking at the ground and it's stone. They don't even have carpet.
Hey, we discovered what.
I was gonna say,
carpet
to be
like
fair,
a month
carpet
ago.
Yeah.
They don't even have metal.
They don't have metal. It's insulting.
They don't have plasteel.
Yeah, they got fucking dirt and rocks as their ground.
Does it smell good?
Here.
It's probably the most well kept part of the city.
Yeah.
Give it time.
Give it time.
As you
Oh,
advance
no,
through the
just-
district.
Give it time. There's gonna be a crater there. A
The
nice one
familiar
with
smell
right
of an
there.
open sewer will soon hit
Well,
our nostrils.
I'm just saying, with all this banter of how primitive and shitty this is,
Well,
Claudius is probably in the back just smelling the clean air. And...
you notice you actually,
heresy.
as you look around, you'll notice other knights. Some of them in armor, some of them most of their armor, some of them unarmored, but with very lavish clothing that seems to be like long sleeves with usually like a sort of overcoat that's almost like a trench coat trailing to the legs. It's a strange style. Boots. They all have a sword of some sort, ornamental or a dagger. There's also a number of what you assume to be servants, because they have their mouths have been cauterized shut.
That feels more familiar.
Yeah, that's finally something to remind us of home.
Back to normal.
And they seem to be going about doing the menial work, sweeping. Like some of them are scrubbing each like paving stone, or clipping like just random generic keeping shit to make this place be prim and proper all the time. And when I say that their mouths are cauterized, there is what you seem to be like a small opening for intake of fluids and food, but not enough to really speak out of. You'd have to put very small pieces of food in at a time.
Tap one of the guard dudes, of the soldier paladin dudes on the shoulder and be like, "Right, mate, what them lads do to get their face all fucked up like that?"
Which one are you talking to?
The nearest one.
Friedrich will speak up. They are the unspoken. They have uttered crimes against His Majesty Timerius, and as such, earn their penance by serving the knights until death.
Right, like, what kind of things? Like, they didn't like his hair, or what do you mean?
Either they have stumbled in their prayers, they have uttered falsehoods, they have spoken out against our lordship's majesty.
Right. I'm just gonna go look around and be like, all right, potential allies. Just in my head, like, those are the guys that we save. Everybody else can burn. That's the fertile ground of the true religion. Obviously not saying it is allowed.
Those are the true potential faithful.
Yep, the guys you want to lead the rebellion that's got to spread by word of mouth are the guys who can't speak.
Sign language.
I'm sure they communicate somehow, but
You could
That-
reopen their mouths.
We could just.
I got a
reopen them.
mono blade.
Well, let's just. Oh, we got mono blade.
Okay.
They won't even feel
yeah.
it, it's so sharp.
It's probably absolutely fucking putrid in there, but
We'll just get them new jaws.
now we're talking.
When the time.
We'll just get them new mouths.
let's turn them into servitors.
We could do that as well.
Now
But I
they
feel
can
like
do
that-
this job, but forever.
Much more.
Now-
Even in death, they still serve the Emperor.
They're far more proficient this way.
They got
primitives.
shreds. No, but you are led through the district, and there are grand houses and manors. People all look very similar.
Cousin fuckers.
Well,
Yes, they look very inbred. There
Any of them have
are
web fingers?
mutants among them. Yes, there are like
In
people,
the noble region of the city!
There are like some of their faces are like over angled, or their pupils have overtaken their entire eye. Some of them don't have noses. It's just a flat sort of surface with two slits for nostrils. It's varying.
Heretics.
So Voldemort is just walking around.
All of them.
I mean, that's like one difference you see. It's myriad. Some of them have pointed ears and very almost feline features. Some of them are large and brutish, with heavy jaws and like a brow that almost furrows out so that the bone is almost protruding through the skin. And a lot of them look normal too, but very similar. It seems that the gene pool of this place has not been able to diversify for quite some time.
All of them mutants.
And these are the nobles.
And their nobility?
Yeah, this is basically the nobility.
Tells me we're gonna see some diversity when we leave this section.
You know, just circle this whole location on the map. Just gone.
Just big red circle, exterminatus.
Actually, just circle the city. Just get rid of it.
Orbital bombardment.
Modius is noticeably quiet during this part.
Yeah.
You're sanctioned. They're not.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Well,
It's like,
the
yeah,
inbreeding part
he
too.
might be a dirty fucking mutant, but he's our dirty fucking mutant, okay?
He's legal. You're not.
He's allowed. You were.
I feel like
get
that
out of
implies a fondness that's not there. He's a dirty fucking unit who can navigate the warp, so he's
He serves a
valuable.
here. He can
purpose.
pilot a ship bigger than your city through space hell. You don't even know what space is, do you?
And what did you do
They
today?
don't.
I bet you can't even look into his eye.
I bet you can't even fucking read. I haven't seen one goddamn Scala since I landed on this fucking planet.
This
Stupid.
place is
This whole fucking planet's doomed. guys.
interesting.
We're gonna destroy it.
Just taking a
Um,
moment to be real glad I don't actually have to like plug in and recharge every night because I don't have a place to do that either. If that
You gotta
was the
keep bring like a little bicycle. Someone's gotta.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
It's all your-
Yeah, you could just like show your like lift your robes up, and then they'd all be like, "What the fuck?"
He got them
Can I have
magic
a
legs.
I've got an eye on a swivel.
No,
taking
they
pictures.
think that you're a golem.
Then there's Lieutenant Dan's, which I don't know how, or Daniel's. Like, I don't know how much he actually looks like it.
He doesn't really look like it.
It doesn't really look like it.
You wouldn't
it's all
notice.
pretty much the eye.
Well, he's got a lot of shit covered up right now. He's in his battle dress, so he's got an ochre overcoat, full respirator, helmet, gloves, fucking.
Oh, so you can't see shit.
Can't really see them at all.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's also cool on this planet. The temperature varies between, say, 20 degrees Fahrenheit and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So you guys don't really have to worry about overheating, but you also don't have to really worry about dying if you take basic fucking survival precautions.
Got it.
You guys will be led through the Temple District, seeing all of the sights to behold. And then you reach a gate. It's a very large gate. And it is guarded by a number of what look to be cavalrymen with these horses, which are covered in armor. They have these long lances. There are catapults and scorpions, and the doors seem to be made out of some sort of metal. It looks like dirty. It doesn't look like pure steel. It may be some other mineral or ore that's found on this planet, but it's kind of hard to say. And it takes a while for these guys to crank these huge doors open on these chains, which are led by teams of these creatures as they're pulled forward. And the door raises up and lets you guys pass. You are immediately assaulted by the most putrid stench of humanity you have ever experienced in your life.
The peasant quarter.
Is it
I
worse?
mean-
Is it worse than a hive world?
Yes.
Or Frontier World.
Yes.
Oh wow.
It
Holy
is
shit.
so
Respirator time.
there's
Respirator
there's
time.
the wall behind you and you're on cobblestones. A few meters ahead of you it just drops off into about ankle deep slop and mud. It stinks. There are clouds of vermin. You almost gag. A few of the guardsmen do like wrench their respirators off and like throw up on the ground. Like they can smell it even through their shit. Like it is bad. There are these low huts constructed of just scrap wood and metal and skin, and they're sort of raised up a little bit sometimes. Some of them are just in stagnant water that flows and rises and falls. And off in the distance, you can see these low fields of what look to be something similar to rice. So this area is perfectly suited for that, but not for people living in it. And all of this looks, I don't want to say recent, but none of these habitations look like they've been here more than 20 years. Maybe it's just because they degrade over time and have to keep being built. Maybe it's just because the sprawl of humanity outreached the bounds of the city finally. But it seems like those who do not serve a purpose within these walls are cast out.
I mean, there's no real concept of equality or fairness in the 34th millennium, so it's not like
It's
the
deplorable.
human condition.
It's deplorable human conditions. Like, you understand that. Like, it's bad. Like, there's no reason that these people are allowing themselves to live like this either. Like, you see people whose legs are gangrenous, mutations abound, multiple eyes, sagging flesh, legs that end in struts of bone or flippers or feet. Like, it is the genome of humanity has become so tainted in this squall that is almost philosophically damaging to watch.
So, extend out that red circle once again, Phalos. You know, just at this point, just circle just circle 10 miles around the city. We'll just get rid of all.
Just circle
of
the
that.
parts you want to keep. The rest goes.
I mean, essentially, the wall has become a border. Inside, they get a talking to. Do they listen? We'll figure it out. Outside, are these people still? Maybe we just burn this shit.
Are any of these people, honestly?
Will any of this burn?
Will it burn?
It's wet.
Oh,
anything,
it will. Oh.
This
anything.
can't even be burned. The heresy does not end.
You hear one of the guardsmen speak up. Everything burns, and he's out from this
Just-
flame or just coughs for a second.
Just
Right,
looking
those
around
guys.
at like the driftwood that's made up of all these houses.
Oh yeah,
Prometheum is-
this
Just gonna like. poof.
Prometheum's hotter than normal fire. Yeah.
It's basically
It's
Greek
an-
fire, right?
it's
Like
an-
it'll
it's
burn
an
underwater
accelerant,
and shit.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
better.
Good,
It's
good.
better than napalm.
Oh, that's, oh.
But no,
Comforting.
yeah, you imagine that
Comforting.
this whole shanty city, because it's extensive, goes on for miles, as you can see. Like everything is all cloistered up, but there's like these sort of rickety, raised up stilts and like pathways winding around, but they're not really useful. The knights are on their mounts. They each have one. You guys do not have one.
The fuck?
They have also brought an
It's
addition.
big enough for 2 people on the mounts.
They're not going no. They've also brought one that's laden with supplies. It looks like some camping gear, food, water.
So we don't get mounts. They have the mounts,
They
and
have
then we're
mounts.
just walking.
You guys
Does it
are
look like a
boating
mount
it.
could hold Phalos? Honestly, could one of these hold Phalos?
They're pretty big.
He probably weighs like what, 500 pounds?
It'd probably be all it could carry. It'd be very heavy for it to carry, but it could.
All right. So as soon as we get a little ways from the city, we kill these guys and we take the mounts.
Take them out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You know, unless I thought they were offering us mounts earlier. I misread.
Oh,
something.
yeah,
that's-
Completely under
that's-
that impression too.
That's how I was thinking about it. Is like
Yeah.
we were getting mounts as well.
They're
but
like,
yeah.
yes, let's go get the mounts. I was like, oh, we're getting mounts. And they're like, you fuckers are walking.
They're gonna give you fucking horses.
It's like a few days journey. It's like okay, just get rid of you. Poof.
Something
We need-
terrible
we-
will befall them in the old town.
We need one of them. He doesn't need his arms and legs though.
Yeah, we cauterize him, strap him to the side, and there we go.
He gives us the way there.
You just
The
tie them
least
to the side of the horse.
The one that's the least heretical.
You pass them like fruit every now and then. Munch on. Tell us where we are.
They're all paladins to a false god, isn't that? Like
Hey,
the
to be honest,
maximum
they said
heresy?
southwest. We already got a direction. They've never been there either.
That is a good point.
They have been to the areas. Like they've scouted out the Whisperwood and they've seen the outskirts of
So-
the old city. or
So
the
once
old
we
town.
get there, we're no more point for them.
Well, that's the first step. There's other steps.
Question: would they point out on the map where we're at?
They don't have a
Where
map.
They think it's at.
Maps
Uh,
haven't been invented yet.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
We had a map of the last world we were on, or at least the last city. But
Well,
Lieutenant.
I was hoping they had a map so we could just dome them later
they
and
don't.
just, you know, take
They
their
don't,
map.
they don't have a fucking map.
Damn these. They don't even have cartography, guys.
They've got
You
a
have to kinda
holy. They've got an immortal god king.
Hmm.
And witches everywhere. They don't need maps.
And mutants everywhere. It's just
They don't know what mutants are. Those are
So-
just elves and orcs and gnomes and goblins.
You call that an orc? That's an orc?
Do we know what orcs are?
Do
we know what an orc is?
No.
No. No alien, really. We know that they exist, but we don't really know anything about them.
You guys have been getting briefs. Like I said, at the Inquisition, that's like general knowledge. You're like, Xenos threat, Eldar. Like, oh, that's a weird word. Orc. Like, oh, what? You could probably get a hold of an
obvious
Imperial
creatures.
infantryman's uplifting primer. That should tell you all you need to know.
That orcs are small and fearful creatures that will run from the side of violence.
Absolutely. Your las gun is more than efficient to take out scores of them. Yeah. So you guys are being led through the peasant quarter, out towards these rice fields. The knights upon their mounts are well above the sludge, but you guys are having to truck sort of shin deep through it at some points. And it's bad.
Glad I
These-
got a body glove.
These people will sort of come up to you guys and be like pawing at you for scraps and begging for like food and stuff, and like, I'm gonna handle like butt stock. Like, get the fuck off.
Yeah, any of those mutants touch me, I'm sticking the gun in their mouth. Like, I'm pulling something out. I'm sticking. Right, back the fuck up.
Okay.
He's got a
I
wand.
might plug one. I might. If they're especially gross.
If they're not used to guns, they'll be scared the first time we pull the trigger.
It only takes one.
So Modius.
Ugh.
Or actually, no. I always pick on Modius.
No, it's
That's
not
because
Modius.
he's the
Like,
one
no.
who's falling to chaos. He is chaos's elect in this campaign.
No.
You keep saying that, but it won't be me.
Lothos.
It might be. Well, no.
I want you to make a dodge check minus 30.
Oh, fuck. I think that takes away all my bonuses. That's a straight, I just gotta get a 43 at that point. Wait. No. That's... Okay, then. Never mind. It's lower. So I get a 23.
Okay.
Oh, so
I
close.
should have fucking threw a fate point on top of that.
You should have. Okay, as these masses have begun to converge on you guys, and it's a little startling. And the knights, they stay away from the knights, but they're sort of convening around you guys, and they're pushing and clawing and patting. Lothos, you feel... Actually, I need to roll for hit location.
Oh.
What is 92?
92.
It's like left leg or something
leg?
like that.
That is left leg.
Okay. Oof. What's your soak on your leg?
I have no soak, so that's all my toughness.
Okay. So no armor, just your tough. Oh, Phalos. You can put that
Yes.
flak vest over your robes, so you
Oh,
can have
nice.
the one and the thing on top of it. It's gonna overseed the one. It's not gonna add on,
Gotcha.
but yeah.
But you can have it cover other parts. That's pretty useful, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
So what's your toughness bonus?
My toughness is 4.
4. All right, so you're gonna take one wound as you feel this dirty, rusty, ragged scrap metal blade just rip across your leg, and blood begins to gout out of this. At that, Lieutenant
I'm-
Daniels will be behind
I
you.
would-
He will see this. He will instantly just draw his last pistol and shoot,
I was gonna do the same thing.
forgetting that he
Last
does not
pistol.
have
That
any
is not
charge
working.
pack. So he will
Oh,
curse,
no.
draw his sword, and you see utter chaos erupt.
I believe he would also take one critical damage.
They don't get that. They're troops. They don't get righteous fury.
No. I'm saying the guy who
For
attacked.
the
When you
the
roll a
stab
10,
attack.
Yeah, so for the stab, like I was reading the critical damage rules. If you roll a 5 on a 1d5, that technically does a point of critical damage.
Oh,
Same team.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
more interesting that way.
Same
What I'm
team.
saying is I'm pretty sure troops can't do critical damage.
Oh, interesting.
But let me double check that real quick.
Combat action.
No, it's in adversaries.
Ugh. How thick is this swarm of nastiness people that are?
All right, so troops, unimportant. Troops cannot benefit from Righteous Fury in their attacks if the GM in play, blah, 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 blah.
So they
Okay.
can't benefit from righteous.
That's
So
good
they
to know.
can't crit us. That's pretty nice to know, guys.
That's
Yeah.
So only like significant enemies can do that, basically.
Well, there's troop, elite, and masters,
Okay.
So elites could do crit.
Elites and up, basically. Got it.
pretty much. Troops are there to fuck with you. They can kill you,
Oh, they can.
but
So
not easily.
yeah, like stone this guy.
So.
Oh yeah, all guns are out. I'm shooting.
So
I'm drawn.
Barrel, he has a stub automatic. He's gonna pull it out and just full auto spray, taking out a few. Stock is gonna just pump around into the nearest guy, bisecting him with his combat shotgun. Lieutenant Daniels is gonna draw his sword and just cut the head off of one in front of him. Barbosa, you take a shot, a guy just a whole watermelon-sized pocket of him just explodes out of his side.
I'm shooting both pistols. I'm
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop.
Like, there are people falling all around you. The knights go into a panic as gunfire erupts. They don't know what this is. They've never heard it before. So they, like, draw their weapons and they see this happening. And the peasants are fleeing. There's no need for combat or initiative or anything like that. You guys slaughter probably about 20 of them within 6 seconds. You guys just, with your various weapons, mechadendrites, and the flamers.
Oh no.
Flamers, are they active?
No, these guys will pull out their, they'll use their knives.
Okay. They just start torching down the building.
The whole city burns.
Just that lizard brain instinct kicks in like fire, good. Dragon
We-
instinct.
We did kind of order just to unleash if shit happens,
Yeah.
so you know.
Like you guys, a score of these mutants fall.
So we just lose a few like rounds of ammo.
And, yeah, whatever. Take off as many rounds as you think fit.
Take all
Or
the
if
fire.
you're using a melee weapon,
I was gonna say, I'm sure I shock whipped at least a couple
Yeah.
of those motherfuckers.
No, I straight up unloaded the.
Wait,
full
I have the
Jamaica.
Warhammer again. I'm using the Warhammer.
You're using a fucking. Where'd you get a warhammer?
I get
We
it,
got
but
it off of the
An Adaptus Ministorum gets a Warhammer starting off with. Just get a fucking Warhammer.
Okay, yeah. As the
alright.
knife blade rips through your bodysuit and into your flesh, you unsling this warhammer and just turn around with a practiced move that you learned in the Scala, and just cave in. You hit him probably right here, and it just caves in his face, pretty much until like there's an indent where the hammerhead is. And you just feel pulverizing, and then the chaos erupts. Bodies fall. Blood is spilled, and there is silence. After you guys, the knights are all staring at you. Smoke coming off of your weapons, blood dripping off of your whip and blades.
Chainsaw idling. Blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
He used his Glock. He's not gonna waste his fucking chainsword on these peasants. The knights are shocked, and they'll be trembling in fear, like, mighty wizards indeed you are.
These are just fucking nobodies.
Right, mate. Let's lead us out of here, yeah?
Of course. And they will move at your guys' pace now. And lead you through. You encounter no other people.
Why not?
The word seems to have spread quickly.
Didn't take much.
And as you sort of reach the southward road leading past these fields where food is probably grown, we are going to go on our first break. So, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. This is Warhammer 40k, Dark Heresy, Whispers of the Eye. We're going to be right back. We're just going on a quick break real quick. Please stay tuned. We have a lot more game going on, and we hope to see you guys when we come back. But until then... All right, welcome back everyone to Dark Heresy Whispers of the Eye. We just left off with our warband leaving the city of Renathia, heading south with their three friends, Friedrich, Wilhelm, and Rering, towards Old Town, which was one of the paths towards the Red Wizard's Tower, otherwise known as the Obsidian Gate.
The Red Wizard's Tower is known as the Obsidian Gate?
Yes,
Okay. That sounds ominous.
it is ominous.
But it sounds easy to find. we
Seems
get
like it would have
close.
a distinctive appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only asking because, and probably again through the microbeads, like, how long until we take those steeds? Because I've
Once
had
we get to
enough
Old
of this.
We'll let them be useful for now.
Yeah, until they outlive their usefulness.
Okay.
Trudging through this mess is
Now you guys are on the roads.
not fun. Okay,
Yeah,
but
you
much
guys,
better.
once you guys exited the peasant
Still a
quarters
mess.
and got onto the actual road, the going is better. It is not a paved road, it's just a dirt road, but your guardsmen don't seem to give a shit. They're used to marching in way worse things. So,
I mean, we were just in way worse things. So.
yeah, they're fine with it. The Lieutenant Daniels will bandage your wound, Lothos. It won't give you back any wounds, but it will not get gangrenous. And yeah, you guys will begin your march south. So as you exit, Renathia South, it opens up into a wide, flat, sort of sprawling grassland. You pass numerous dingy little farms with rows and rows of worker barracks. There are walls and fortifications. There is some kind of form of lesser irrigation channels going along the side of the road. But it's dirty and it's shittily made. It's dangerous. You pass bodies of, old bones and stuff on the side of the road of animals or broken down carts and stuff like that. As you travel, this takes many hours as well. You'll pass a tree where there are a number of bodies that have been hanged, and sort of nailed into one of the bodies is this plaque that says heretic on it.
Something to remind us of home.
Yeah, it makes it feel kind of like, oh, and then you're like,
A little
oh.
warm and fuzzy.
And you're like, oh no, wait, this is heresy.
Yeah.
How dare they kill heretics for the wrong reason?
What if their heretics aren't heretics?
What if their heretics are our people?
It's like maybe there's people that came from the sky. It's like basically like they just kill all the conspiracy theorists. Like I think that they came from the stars.
Aliens. You're out of your goddamn mind. Then you guys show up, hello, we're from space.
Hello there. We're going to orbitally bombard you if you don't mind.
We are here
don't
for
know
your
what that
wizard.
is.
Are we perhaps far enough out to discuss what Lieutenant Daniels brought up earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
mean-
there's some ways ahead, and they're talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Like if you guys wanted to have a discussion on the down low, like
Yeah.
marching
fuck it.
marching is loud.
Yeah.
Marching's loud. Plus, we all got microbeads, so that definitely helps.
What does what's everyone's thoughts on this?
Thoughts? My thoughts is we're gonna have to kill all these fuckers. That's my thought. See how many fucking mutants there is here. Look, 1 or 2 mutants, that's alright. But when they start populating like that, this place is gonzo.
And plus, how they work with witches so really.
They had fucking mutants in their noble sector. What the fuck? Like, no offense to you, 3R, you serve a purpose, but they was just walking around. They had houses.
I'm less concerned with them, more concerned with
They had a house.
Demarius,
Right,
big-
well,
big one.
that bloke, to be honest with you, I'm planning on having them Space Marine blokes handle him. He's a bit, I mean, I could shoot him from like, half a mile away. See if that works. I wouldn't want to be nowhere near him, though.
I have feelings that shooting him will not be enough.
I had the same kind of instinct, right? I figured them big old Space Marine blokes might have a better time.
That seems like something much more up their alley. Anyways.
We could have him send that fancy drop pod and land right on top of it.
Oh, the only thing I worry about is he's the one that did that mess to me earlier. Made me bleed. That was him.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The eyes bleeding in the... That was him?
That was him. Unmistakable.
Yeah, mate, he's gotta go.
Definitely.
You think they could bomb this place from orbit?
We'd have to
Why don't
find
we
out.
just blow up the whole city, yeah?
We have to find out what's stopping things from getting close to the city first.
Well, I imagine
It's probably
That big glowy ass tower that he got.
Probably that's what I was thinking.
Hey, Tech Priest, what you think that big glowy tower?
Talk to the tower. Make it stop.
Right, yeah, talk to it. Ask him what it's up to,
Welcome
yeah?
Let me just communicate with. Nah, my wireless signal is getting too much interference. I assume it is important to interrupt the communication, but it might be Demarius himself. He's not without
You can
his
do
strength.
a Forbidden Lore Archaeotech -20.
Love to. -20 on top of the minus I'm gonna get for not having a. Cool.
Minus 40.
So you.
I'm a help. Right, maybe it's like some old ass technology or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
+10.
Wow, for real? I'll take it.
Take it,
For a
no.
fate point.
Maybe it's
Woo!
Ah!
Didn't even need the help. I had that.
Dylan's like, "You motherfucker."
No more 87s today.
My target was a 31.
We're gonna die after this point, guys.
Your target was a 30. How high is your goddamn intelligence?
51.
Holy.
You gave me a +10 for him, and I used a fate point.
Oh, okay.
So
Alright. Botch fight.
+20.
Just got a fate point for Lothos.
Ooh, nice.
Thanks, Shadow.
Alright.
Thank you.
Thank you, Botch fight. Okay.
Okay. How does the tech priest know this
How does he
bullshit?
know?
So-
A Wi-Fi signal from space hits him in the head suddenly.
So.
Never mind. Turn
During
around. Go
your
back. We know the
time-
problem.
During your time in the Imperial Guard, you served. Alright, and Botchfight just got another one for Phalos.
Hey.
Oh, we're topped off.
Yeah, so you guys are all topped off for now. Thank you, Botchfight. I appreciate it. Welcome to the show.
That's Shadow.
Oh, Mike Shadow.
A Gur, if you will.
Yeah.
So, you spent some time with regiment of guardsmen, not the regiment you were assigned to, but a different one. And they talked about these Archaeotech pylons that they had encountered on this world that, when powered, had essentially projected what affects to a giant simultaneous Geller field and refractor field.
Oh shit.
Damn.
So basically, it's like those bubble shields that in Episode 1 for Star Wars, or it's
Pretty
like
much.
they-
So it's a refractor field that would repel artillery fire. A lot of it. And that's not so uncommon. Those exist lots of, usually in fortress worlds or hive worlds or stuff like that. It's very intricate and, powerful technology to have a thing like that. It's the implication of adding a Geller field on top of it, which would essentially be a psychic curtain as well.
It's pretty much somewhat anti,
That to me says
Russia.
that pylon is responsible for the bubble of safety that they had this whole time.
The question is, what would happen if we drop it?
Then we can bomb them from orbit.
And we rain fire.
So, mission 1, kill Red Priest. Mission or capture.
Capture.
Capture. I'm gonna capture his head, and we can plug it into the computer.
Just-
But,
Oh, no.
We just
But,
got all of his bits to the tech priest.
and then mission 2, drop Gellerfield shield pylon thingy so that we can bombard from orbit. And then mission 3, somehow get off this fucking planet.
Well, mission 2 might help with mission 3.
Probably.
Gotta
And
at
we'll have
least-
technology.
We
that
at
works.
least need to find communications, which the Red Mage might have. Maybe.
Maybe. Who's to
That's
say?
that's a good a plan as I could ask for in this situation.
All right.
And somewhere along that side plan, deal with, our escort.
Get our mounts back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just a footnote.
That's just a foot. This is a little side piece.
Pretty sure we can kill them in like 1 round.
I will say these guys don't look like mutants.
Doesn't matter.
But they're
They
paladins
associate with
to
mutants.
a fault god.
Maybe they don't know any better.
We're supposed to give them the option.
I mean, did missionaries kill everyone on
Follow
site
the
when
right
they landed
path.
on New Worlds? Basically,
Yes.
yes. But in theory,
Only,
they were supposed to.
only if they resist. But then, once they resist, it's free game.
Free game, yeah. No, in theory, we're supposed to spread the word.
Yeah, so once we're out far enough, we'll be like, look, so you guys, just so you guys know, your whole world concept of everything
Everything
is wrong.
you know is fucked.
And we're actually servants of the true dude that you should be following, but you're gonna have to switch sides right now, or
Or burn.
I mean, I feel like that message is going to come across a lot better when we invade with Space Wolves.
we're not. It's a peacekeeping mission. We're coming there to
We're ambassadors. We're the good
ambassadors
guys.
from. Yeah.
We're the good guys, Phalos.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I'm saying the good guy's message come across a lot louder when you back it up.
The message is always easier when you have, an entire ship of space marines with you.
All right.
That helps. I mean, it can't hurt.
So, after some hours of travel, it begins to get dark. You guys have been up for some time now. Having landed at night, traveled through the forest, blah, 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 blah. And eventually you guys decide to make camp. You've been traveling through this grassland all day. It's mind-numbingly boring to look at. But you do see ahead that there begins to be a change in the geography. It begins to sort of slope down a little bit, get a little more marshy. And you see ahead of you a sort of, those, it's like in Australia where the water flows through the trees, but the trees are growing out and it makes like pathways and stuff like that, but it's only like a foot or two deep.
Like a mangrove.
Mangrove,
swamp kind
yeah.
of thing.
It basically looks like a very large mangrove swamp stretching out before you.
Is there any sign of Old Town?
No,
Okay.
this just seems to be the path.
And then obviously it's cold, so this is like a frosty kind of frozen mangrove swamp kind of area.
Yeah, they're not like the lush leaves that you would see on a mangrove. They're like very hard, bony looking, twisting, pale wood with these sort of almost clusters of needles puffing out. So they look almost comical, these clusters of like spherical needles puffing out around them, but the water does look chilly. It looks clear though. Doesn't look polluted or stagnant. It's not flowing. But maybe it's the temperature that keeps any sort of algae from forming.
I'll kind of be like, right, before we go into all that mess, might want to take camp for the night.
That's a few kilometers ahead. You guys see it on the outskirts, but
Not
And,
conducive
with
to
your-
sleeping up there.
Like Phalos has a telescope. Yeah. Yeah. So the knights will agree to stop, and they will begin setting up a small campsite and a small fire and stuff like that, and lay out their bedrolls and stuff like that. They have a few extra blankets and stuff that they picked up. The guardsmen have their own stuff. How would you like to coordinate watch, or would you like to set watch?
Definitely setting
Absolutely.
watch. No
Yeah.
way not doing watch.
Yeah.
Barbosa will go first.
Okay.
Barbosa, right, I'll take first watch,
Do
yeah?
you,
Want to see what's going on around here.
do you want to coordinate with the knights, or have your own cycles?
Would it be too much to ask for two of us to stay up at a time? Or that'd take all day. Yeah, we wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
I
pointless.
don't care what they do.
You have the
I want one of our
guardsmen
guys.
as well.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us. We need 8 hours of sleep, so that's 2-hour shifts per person. I don't feel
You're
like
gonna-
we
you're
need
gonna
to
be-
evolve, though.
Paired with the guardsmen,
Yeah.
at least.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, as
Yeah.
far as like 2 characters, like player characters thing, like I think that's pointless.
No.
So like, might as well just do like everybody gets 2 hour, like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Well, I was more. Are you gonna?
Work with the knights on our watch,
Yeah.
or have them just.
They
I
can
mean,
be
if
up
they
wanna be up,
Keep watch.
so-
That's cool. Barbosa's not going to make any attempt to. Like,
So you're not
have
gonna
it-
synchronize your watches or anything like that.
Yeah,
Nah, if
Okay.
they want to keep watch, cool. But I'm going to be staying up first.
Okay.
I definitely don't want a point where it's them responsible for our safety.
Yeah, we're watching them. That's one of the main things we're watching at the moment.
Yeah.
Not to be rude, but we kind of just met you.
No, and they're
I
sort
probably
of
want to camp a little bit away from them too.
they're sort of the
a
same
little
way.
something.
Do you guys build your own
Yeah.
fire?
We're gonna want a big fire, just given what we know about the eyes in the back.
Big fire?
Barbosa doesn't
Big
want
fire.
any fire. Barbosa wants to find. Is there any trees nearby? Or are we still in flatland?
Still in the grasslands.
Is there any rocks or high points or anything like that? Any kind of knolls that I could get on top of?
Give me a perception check.
I was gonna
minus
say, can we
10.
take? I want to take a big perception check for whatever was following us back in town.
Perception minus 10. I'm gonna go ahead and use a fate point. So to make it just flat.
If you want,
Woohoo!
nice.
And then Modius, you wanted to do a fate point for whatever was following you in the city.
Not necessarily a fate point, but I want to. Yeah, I just want to look around and.
Is that for while you guys were in the city or now?
No, now.
Now,
Like
to
if,
see if
we're
it's
gonna
still
set up camp, I
following
want to know if I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna see some more eyes watching us.
Okay. And do you have night vision?
I do not have night vision.
Okay.
I do have the.
I didn't give those back.
Oh, you didn't?
I mean, you like
Barbosa. I'll take those back now.
right, mate. I'll give them back to you on your. I mean, for a minute. I want them from watch, though. Yeah, you give them back to me. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping watch.
That makes perfect sense. I would
Alright.
very much like to look around
Yeah.
to see if there's any more of the what were they called? The
Watchers in the
spidery,
dark
the
or something.
Yeah. Just
Oh.
make sure they're not around. Yeah.
Yeah, the guys from the trees. Yeah. Perception check plus 20. On top of any other bonuses you have.
You do have that scanner thing as well, which is like.
No,
40
it's
minutes.
dead.
Oh yeah, that you
It's-
wouldn't even
his
need
au-
the
his
night.
Auspex
No,
is
you
dead.
don't.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, that's right.
Damn
No
it.
power.
How far does the bubble go? It's not going to be with us the entire time, right? Eventually, we'll get out. of the sphere of the
Eventually,
bubble.
hypothetically.
Okay, but we're still inside the
Eventually.
sphere. of
Yes,
the
you
bubble.
are still
We
within
don't
the
know.
sphere.
Maybe one day we'll get out of it.
Yeah. There is stuff that's going to be mutated by the warp and the warp storms within the bubble, but that's just because that's a very long time to try and hold back the warp. It's not entirely successful. But yeah, eventually, hypothetically, you would surpass the bubble. So,
Would we know that or expect to know that?
I mean, I would be expecting because we
Mhm.
You're
worked
the-
it first. and
you're
then
the
we
guy
walked
that
into
knows-
the
Yeah,
bubble.
that's true.
You're the guy that knows the warp.
it might honestly be that they've been so focused on this chunk of the planet that they haven't sent out scouts far enough away to oversee this bubble if they don't know it's there.
Mhm.
So they're pretty much in the center of it. And they don't have no clue what's on the edges. Wait,
Good to know.
But you take a look over the sprawling grasslands behind you, and with your photo lenses, it's very obvious to see that you are not being followed. You seem to be alone out here. You do pick up a few just sort of game trails or sort of, I don't want to say pathways through the grass, but it looks like there are larger animals out here. But at the moment, you don't see anything.
And then, did I find a good vantage point with my 3?
Yes, you.
I should think so.
The rocks are very well hidden by the tall grass. The grass dips and rises and everything like that. It's not uniform. Sometimes it goes up to your guys' chest. Sometimes it's down to your guys' knees. But you do manage to find sort of, almost covered by the grass, a sprawling sort of rock jutting out of the ground. You manage to climb on top of it. It doesn't give you a fantastic vantage point, but you are higher up.
I get my +10. That's all I need. And then I'll just be sitting there with my, I'll take back the night vision goggles.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll walk over, give you the goggles, and point out whatever trails I saw.
Right, man,
And
good looking.
You probably were right with the no need for the huge fire, too. I don't suspect anything followed us out here, so...
Right, I'm not gonna have a fire over on watch, but when you go and you take your turn, right over there, you see that little rise right there? It's a good bit of rock right there. Yeah, get on top, you go slightly on 360, yeah?
Understood. Thank you.
Then I'll go and take my rifle and clamber up on top of the rock and just kind of start surveying for the next 2-3 hours. I figured my toughness bonus. I got a pretty high toughness, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I count also. I have a special bonus where
you guys going on watch for 2 hours in an 8-hour or 6-hour resting period is not going to be a big deal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say I have like this thing where
You
like
guys
my
can
fatigue
function.
counts as 2 points higher.
You
so
guys can
technically
function fine after 4 hours of sleep.
Cool. Yeah, it's reasonable because I mean I do it in real life.
Yeah.
Right? I did that last night.
Exactly. While you guys are having this conversation, setting up your camp, Wilhelm will actually come up and look at you all. He's like, "Are you prepared for dire lions?"
Right, mate, that sounds tasty.
No, they are creatures stalk grassland.
Oh, I'm over to keeping watch, right? And I can kill something 600 meters away, so if anything comes close, I think I've got him.
Well, you cannot see the dire lion. It blends into the grass and darkness. Only visible with the light of flame.
Right, well, you see these things attached to my head, yeah? These things let me see in the dark, yeah, more mystical woo-woo.
Mystical woo-woo.
If you so wish, mighty wizard. A
Of
dire
course,
Not a
lion.
wizard, mate. Not a wizard, I'm just a guy with a gun, yeah? I'm an inquisitor, call me an inquisitor, yeah?
As you wish,
Do it.
Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Hey!
He doesn't get his limbs removed. He lives longer than the rest.
William, I like you, mate. He's a good bloke. I'll keep a special eye for you, right, for them dire lions.
I am here to help the people of my city. I do not care if you are wizard or inquisitor or what.
Right, mate. You get a pass.
Pass?
Yeah, it's the thing we say where I'm from into the heavens, yeah? Means you're a good bloke.
I appreciate your confidence, Inquisitor. He will make his way back to his camp.
Is
Inquisitor Barbosa will sit atop the rocks.
On his mighty throne.
Is there
I
any
am
like
king
defining
of all I
marks on?
survey.
If he had suspenders, he'd be thumbing them.
You do have suspenders from your Doc Holliday outfit if you're still wearing that.
I probably still am, so I'm just like, raw!
He's gonna wear those nice clothes until they're no longer nice.
And then still some.
You just get a new set. Just get a brand new set. Every time. You don't have to wear the
I
same
want
pair
like
of
a
clothes
John
twice.
Wick suit eventually, where it's bulletproof. Like I have a bulletproof, like fancy outfit. Like that's Inquisitor
Yeah.
goals right there.
Okay. Lothos and Phalos, what are you guys up to?
At this point, just making sure my guns are working. The last thing I want, especially checking ammunition, because we did run through pretty much the slums, making sure nobody stole shit.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you spend some time oiling your weapon and making sure this optics are calibrated right. Your distancing is good and all that. And you check the wound. It seems to be scabbing over nicely. It's a deep cut, so it's going to take a little while before it stops bleeding completely, but you got a bandage on it. It's helping.
Can I perform a medica check on myself?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Would recommend against. If leg falls off, you will get a new one.
It's not
Just,
wrong.
He's
Wait
not
until
wrong.
we leave planet. Make sure it lasts that long.
I feel like I at least have to make sure it stays good while here.
Did they stab him with a knife or something gnarly, like
They-
a bone hinge that came out
It
of
was
the wrist or something
basically
like that?
like just this ragged piece of like scrap metal. It was basically a shiv.
You got tetanus for sure.
Oh yeah. What's tetanus in Warhammer?
Tetanus.
Doesn't exist.
Jaw lock.
Yeah, pretty
Tetanus is fucking tetanus.
bad. It is
It's not
tetanus.
lockjaw, it's jaw lock.
You usually don't get tetanus because whatever injures you usually just kills you.
That's a good point.
So we usually don't have to worry about the after effects.
It's a whole new case in itself.
What the fuck is this? That's your key in with the Mego Spy logo. It's like, oh my god!
Nobody's ever lived this long before from a wound like this. It's just a scrape. Don't worry about it.
You've got ghosts in your blood. Snort this cocaine.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah, give me the Medicaid check. I'm sure if you pass it, you're gonna heal enough to recover your wounds.
I'm gonna use my filled suture, which is pretty much more for patching up bleed wounds.
Okay.
I mean, technically sleeping will heal you. Like,
Yeah, it's
Let him do his thing.
critical fail. Ah!
Maybe.
Go sit on your throne, Inquisitor. I've got things to do.
Yeah, right. Barbosa's already.
You
Look
jinxed
what
me,
you
you
did!
dick! I guess I'm using a fate point so I don't
You get
fucking
it.
kill myself.
So, for
Speaking of a
leg,
new leg,
were you thinking something to blend in or something with racing stripe?
I can't believe you jinxed me that badly.
fantastic.
Are you
Okay,
using
then.
your fate point or the viewer fate point?
I'll use my viewer fate point.
Okay.
For fuck's sakes, I can't believe you jinxed me.
Alright.
Funny.
You almost didn't pass again. That's what's great.
I know.
Um.
Hey, 2 degrees of success, so it's every degree of this, success plus my intelligence. So I'm healed back up, but still, like.
After a drunken moment where you just like suck on the barrel of your sniper rifle for a second, you're like, wait, no, not that.
I
Pull
kind
out.
of was like, I was just kind of, just stabbing, like, just into the mud with a needle before, like, just, like, sewing myself back up and, like, wait a minute. Clean it off.
Second.
I suggest, just for
Suture your
funsies,
fucking leg.
I suggest a special rule where you can't use a fate point to re-roll criticals from here on forward.
Oh, that's so
Oh, well,
I think that's a fun house
Good
rule.
Critical
dead in no
fails.
Critical fails can't be re-rolled. I suggest that as a house rule because I think critical fails are the best thing.
We
ever.
can
have you
discuss
played on Roll
it.
20 before?
Oh, man.
It'll happen
I've
once a
burned through
night.
I think you're overestimating the amount of time we're gonna hold on to fate points.
It's a
We're gonna crit
1%
fail after you get
chance.
them all out.
It's a 1% chance, but what's the likelihood of death after that 1% chance? Because didn't you roll 3 of those that one night?
Yeah. Yeah, we had 3 in one night, and it was only like 12 rolls.
You would. Well, Barbosa
You guys
rolled,
should've
like 3
died.
of them at the first session.
You guys
Like,
should have died during that wind sequence.
the win, and then the fucking
Ooh, we
Barbosa
should've
with the
died.
grapple hook on the building. Like, oh man,
Yes.
heights are not our thing.
Anyway. Okay. So as you
Excited to
guys
see
set up for the
grenade.
night, Barbosa takes the first watch. You are accompanied by a flamer guardsman. He doesn't try to talk or anything. He's just out there on guard. He'll walk around, stay mobile.
I'll share low sticks with him as we smoke the watch away.
He'll come by every now and then, and he'll light it with the fucking gout from his flamer.
Oh.
Just like the pilot light from there. This is Chambers. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and you
Chambers,
guys
Pin, and who?
give me Chambers, Pin, and Trigger. Give me an awareness check plus 30.
And I have awareness. Ha ha ha. Son of a bitch. Re-rolling, so I already used my previous fate point was the free
Viewer
channel
one?
fate
Okay.
point, viewer fate point. So now I'm going to be down to I'm going to use one of my own. And re-roll that again. Plus 30. There we go. Thank God, barely.
So
Shit.
close. Yeah, there's something creeping out there.
Pull up my scope and I look at it.
Yeah. You see, it's still some distance off. At least 100 meters. It seems to be scoping out your guys' fire at a distance. And it looks like a lion. Only dire.
I am going to use a called shot, which I take no penalties for.
You know, it does.
nothing-
It's not advancing. It's
I don't give a
just
fuck. I'm killing that thing.
okay.
We're hunting now.
I want to eat it. I'm curious about how it tastes. Like so, and I figure there's no better way to scare everything else off than to kill a fucking dire lion. So I'm gonna use a called shot on its head. It counts as close range for me.
Okay.
That's how they die.
So I'm gonna have, and I have higher elevation, so it's going to, and I'll take a full action to aim before I shoot it.
Why don't you just
So-
roll and tell me how much?
How about you just tell
Just,
me how
just
much
don't roll another 100 and you'll be alright.
Let's see. So hit. I'm gonna do a full aim.
It is gonna try and
It's
dodge.
Short range. It's a standard attack, and I get plus 10. Oh, and it doesn't know that I'm about to shoot it, so it's a
Yeah.
surprise attack. So a surprise attack gives you plus 30.
That's cool.
So it's plus 40.
Don't forget about the
Roll
don't forget
damage.
about the accurate ability of the sniper rifle for fuck's
Oh.
sake.
Target 123.
So I have 8 degrees of success.
Okay, it's gonna try and dodge
That's insane.
at a minus 30.
For fuck's sakes.
It does not succeed.
It's just
So I'm
a
going to
fucking
do
dump.
3d10 damage plus 4.
Okay.
So 21 damage plus 4, 25 damage,
Okay.
pen 3.
Okay, it has a toughness bonus of 4.
My
So-
pen is 3, so it has. So
Okay,
only
so
one
it's gonna
so
take 1, so it takes 24 points of damage.
to the head.
Yeah, so it explodes. The heads, there's, the rest of you are probably woken up from your fucking sleep. You probably just got to sleep. And you see the crack of a rifle as 100 meters away, a dire lion's head just evaporates into a pink mist.
Right, I got me a dire lion.
It doesn't even collapse, it's just still standing there. Like, there's no electrical impulse for the muscles to move at all. They're just stuck there.
It just instantly went to freaking. It's just locked up there.
The guardsman just, like, drags on the lister, like, holy shit. I'll jog out there to get the lion.
Just set that thing up as guard just to scare things.
So for the rest of my watch, I'll have
We're all
the-
awake right now, you know.
I'll have Chambers be cooking some dire lion.
Yeah.
I'll tell Chambers to hang tight for a
Um,
minute, and I'll go and cut some cheap pieces off and find some sticks and start cooking some dire lion
Yeah.
meat.
So as
Or whenever the watch changes, I'll do that.
as he's running out there, the rest of you guys are woken up. What do you do?
Which
I wake up
direction
with
did the
whip in
gun
hand,
shot
like, what
sound
the
like
fuck
it
was
came
that?
from?
Right, go back to sleep. Just nab me a dire lion.
That seems
what-
reasonable. Goes back to sleep.
Yeah. As you turn back and everyone's sort of shuffling, the guardsmen pulling their blankets back around them. There's a scream as the second
Aw.
dire lion
Chambers.
Pounces
no.
on
I would have been
Chambers.
watching him. I would have been watching him as he ran out there.
I thought you'd turn back to talk to everyone.
No, I would have just
Oh.
yelled out like, "Raw, don't worry about it."
Yeah, you don't know it's coming, so it pounces on him. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a D100, because this isn't combat. Okay. I gotta roll under that.
Not hard.
So, Chambers is going to take...
Chambers, no.
Fucking shit.
We lost the flamer, guys.
So, he takes 13. Chambers is going to try and dodge. He is...
Dodge, Chambers,
He
dodge!
is untrained,
Dodge,
and
Chambers,
he
dodge!
doesn't know that it's there, so it's
the God
minus
Emperor's
50.
with you.
So he's
the
got-
God Emperor's with you.
He does not
Whoa,
succeed.
Chambers!
So hit location. That's
Oh
his head.
no!
That's his
Fucking
head,
head.
isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
how he just got grabbed. He just got grabbed by the
This is-
neck.
He has Imperial Guard flak.
Isn't that like a +3 or something?
It's like +3 or +4.
It's for all. So it chomps down on his helmet.
And then what's his toughness bonus? Like 3?
His toughness
4?
bonus is 3.
So 7 soak, come on.
7 soak to 13 wounds to 4 wounds. Alright, so he's not dead. This lion pounces out and its whole mouth just goes around his head. Just envelops it. And this thing is big, and you just hear him screaming and thrashing around as this thing just drags his body to the ground. It's like, there's blood pouring. You see him like scrabbling for his combat knife. He's a flamer unit. That thing's gone. It's off in the bushes somewhere. There's probably a small little fire being started by it.
This is me.
Just nuts. Yeah, so you just, yeah, go ahead and...
So
Do
I'm
another
going to use
bullshit
half
roll.
a round to aim. I'm only going to use half a round to aim this time. So half aim. It's going to still be short range. Does this one know that I'm there? Because I shot this friend?
It does know you're there.
So I'm only going to get +10 to the shoot. Oh, and I'm going to use a fate point on this one because I want to save bro, so it's going to be +20.
Okay.
Even though it's probably unnecessary. But not unnecessary! Thank God I did it!
Wow. Okay, it's gonna try and dodge. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
It passes.
But it can't dodge with him in its mouth, surely. Surely it has
That's
to have some negative.
true.
Or... It'd have to at least let him go to dodge. Or take like a -20 to dodge with a fucking person in his mouth.
It will release him and dodge. No, because that doesn't make sense. It wouldn't know that it's being shot at. It's not going to dodge.
It doesn't
know-
understand
yeah,
guns.
No, it's not going to dodge. Go ahead and roll your hit location. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah,
What's a gun?
it doesn't know what the fuck you're doing.
84, so I shoot it in the leg. One of the legs.
He just saw his like friend's fucking head.
Go ahead and
explode.
roll your damage.
Alright, so it's gonna be. I didn't get any degrees of success. So it's gonna. Oh, shit. The first one. So, 5 plus with pin 3.
5 pin 3. Okay, so it's gonna take. It doesn't have armor.
So just toughness or whatever. It would
Yeah, I
be.
don't think pen does anything to toughness.
It does.
Doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
I was reading it. Toughness
doesn't?
actually ignores pen or penic. Yeah, toughness
Oh,
ignores.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has. So it's still alive. It's gonna take 1 wound as the shot sort of glances the leg, and there's a furrow of the heavily muscled flesh that end in these paws that are like the size of your head. And it is going to release Chambers and sort of look over at you and growl, and realizing that it's being wounded, which is something this apex predator is not used to. They have a trait called Bestial, where they have to make a willpower test to see if they flee after being injured.
Oh.
He passes, though. But he's going to flee anyway, because I didn't have this planned out for combat. Gotta be honest. All right.
He's not fleeing. He's reassessing.
Yeah.
Tactical
So
retreat.
it will release Chambers upon the shooting of it in the injury, and it's like it's gonna look over at you, and you almost see intelligence in this thing's eyes. Not on par with a human, but it's thinking.
The low cutting.
It can remember. Let's just say that, and it's gonna stalk quickly back off into the darkness.
Would I get the chance to take another pot shot at it before it gets off?
No, it's almost a ghost, as it just sort of almost blends perfectly into. Maybe it's some sort of warp effect. Maybe it's just perfect camouflage and mutation. You're not sure, but it almost blends. You can't even see an outline as it moves through the grass.
He might be using Chambers as a trap.
Chambers is screaming and trying to drag himself back to everyone. By this point, all the guardsmen are awake. There's a lot of fire being thrown around. Because the guardsmen will surge forward in advance, most of them not even having armor, boots on, or their shoes. Some of them just lugging flamers, some of them just having knives out. They will run forward, a pair of them will grab Chambers and just begin carrying him back. One with the flamer is just going to let out a, 90-degree gout. Just
Get the lion!
back and forth. You'll see Stock run up, grenade in hand. He'll look at you guys.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
How many grenades does he have?
2.
2. Yeah, not yet. No.
He's been waiting. I hope he gets the coup de grace on some big bad. Like, he just shoves it in his mouth or something.
And
Like,
then runs away.
The knights are they're trying to join you. They have actually gotten up and grabbed their weapons. They don't have any armor on either, aside from the one they had up keeping watch, who was Veering. And they charge forward as well, seeing the fire and just what's going on. They're confused, but they see that Chambers has been wounded, and they will, go over to him and start helping, hold him down and remove his helmet, which has huge gashes and punctures in it. It looks like the fangs, so while still managing to penetrate this thick sort of flak armor that he has around him, just punch through with these holes that are this big around at the entry. And you see that his face is mangled and cut up. It looks like his eye socket's probably cracked a little bit. What would you guys like to do?
Fuck. I guess unless, is anybody else better out of the troops we have with Medica?
They have, basic Medicae.
So I probably have the best here, then.
They have, 1 tick, if that.
Okay. I guess at that point, I will check up on him and see how bad he's doing.
They're not chirurgeons or apothecaries. Okay.
Assuming he's movable, maybe move him out of the grass.
I mean, yeah, we'd be back by the fireplace for sure.
It doesn't look to be life-threatening injuries. You'll need to stop the bleeding and make sure that his skull isn't fractured. But that'll be the Medicaid check to determine all that.
While that's going on, I'm gonna go out, pull my sidearm, walk out there, and I'm gonna drag that fucking one that I killed back. I'm gonna have my gun just up and out, looking around, night vision goggles on, but I'm gonna grab that thing by its tail and just fucking drag it back like this, because I want to see what the fuck is out there.
Stock and Barrel will go with you, and Barrel has his chainsaw, and he's just revving it Stock, of course, has his combat shotgun, and they'll help you sort of drag it back and make sure you're not pounced on. Go ahead and give me that. Go ahead.
I wanted to retrieve Chambers' flamer so it's not in the grass lost, because he's going to need that.
And a few of the guardsmen will be seeing to the fire and making sure it doesn't, encroach on you guys as well.
Actually,
they're not putting it out, they're just making sure it doesn't reach you.
With the trigger in the pin, I want a radius cleared of this grass. If beasts are sneaking up out of it, I do not want to give them cover.
They will nod. Penn will get up to leave. Trigger is going to stay with Chambers, and Penn will start carefully creating a sort of ring of fire around you guys. As this fire erupts and as it gets brighter, there's more noise and confusion. You'll hear from the swamp ahead a sort of chittering howl. almost like a mix between the cry of a hyena and a bird song. And everyone freezes. Even Chambers, like, stops screaming for a second. Blood's still, like, pouring out of his wounds. His eye, he's probably gonna lose his eye.
By their dogs.
But, yeah. And the knights who are helping you hold him down and assist him, will sort of just look at each other knowingly and return to the task at hand.
Right, mate, what's that noise? Is that one of these lions? Is that something else?
Well, that is no dire lion. Those are the creepers.
Should
Right.
we be more afraid or less of than these lions?
The creepers, they say, are those who did not make it to the God King's light when the storms rained down upon the world.
Right.
They were taken by the corruption.
Right, so worse then.
Are these the witches that you were talking about, or is this something else?
No, the witches live within the city.
Right, so
I still think we should have brought Witch along. It would have been very helpful.
We will be okay.
To start inspecting.
They all look at
wounds.
Chambers, clearly.
right, he's alive, ain't he? And look, I killed a dire lion. Are they good eating, by the way? He's gonna need his strength.
Lothos. We have to have a chat about your rolls.
I know, my
tonight.
rolls are pretty shit.
Okay, so you fail.
I'm gonna...
You are being assisted.
I am being assisted, so that means I would have made it then.
You're lucky
11 and 10.
that Trigger decided to stay and help. So that's 0 degrees of success, though, right?
1 degree of success.
1 degree
if
of
I pass
success.
the other-
All right, you'll heal one of his wounds. Basically, you'll stop the bleeding.
Stabilize him.
Yeah. Basically, you have to bandage up this whole chunk of his face. He's gonna lose the eye.
Isn't it plus your intelligence bonus?
It's,
the number of wounds you heal?
it's degree of success plus intelligence.
Okay, what's your intelligence
So,
bonus?
That would be 3, so 4 points.
4?
Four
Okay,
wounds that he
that
gets.
heals him up to top. I
Almost
believe.
full.
No,
I think he did. I think he took 5 points of damage.
he
took
has
a-
7 soak. Out
Oh,
of,
shit.
Yeah.
So he, yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
Imperial Guard flak armor is no fucking joke.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
it's
pretty
crazy.
awesome.
They're built to withstand some stuff. It's
Built
the
tough.
meme that they can't kill anything. They survive some pretty incredible shit for being just normal people. Yeah, you see that his helmet's mangled. His helmet's basically useless. Just the teeth that have been punching in have just ripped open the whole side. He is going to lose the eye, regardless. He's not going to get an infection because you managed to heal him up full. You've stopped the bleeding, and you've sutured up the worst of the cuts. So scarring is going to exist. It's going to be a minimum.
Accuracy is not terribly important with a flamer.
No, yeah, he's a
Yeah.
flamer unit. He doesn't seem...
Nice.
Once the shock wears off as well, he doesn't seem too incredibly perturbed about the whole situation.
Worried.
Like, as soon as shock wears off and his adrenaline goes down, he seems to be like, shit, oh well, here we go.
You'll
Right,
probably,
mate, you
you'll
all right
probably get
then?
a new
Lesson
eye.
learned.
You'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, shoulda looked for the giant animal in the grass.
Not a bad idea.
Right, mate, don't worry. We're gonna eat his friend, right? Good vengeance, that.
Yep.
I'm now cooking Dire Lion.
Yeah, it's big. You would need help dragging it back. It's well over 1,000 pounds.
You said Stock and Barrel helped me drag it back.
Yeah. I'm just, saying from then on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it is well over 1,000 pounds of heavily muscled, this sort of weird, sleek. It's like kind of like a holographic card. It almost shimmers and shifts with the angle of the light, which may be how it manages to move through the grass so quickly. There is quite a bit of light because of the multiple moons, as we discussed. So it knowing it's going to be seen is more focused on breaking its outline. The claws, they look like they could take your head off in a swing.
I'm gonna cut off all the paws. Those are trophies.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cut off like one of the legs and like hang it over the fire somehow. Like find a stick or something like that, or just grab it by like the arm and like kind of hang it over. I want to try this thing. I want to see how tasty it
The
is.
guardsman will create tent.
Like a rotisserie kind of thing.
Yeah, they'll create a tent out of their flamers that you can prop it up on over the
That'll
fire. They'll remove the promethium tanks first before setting them next to the campfire.
So yeah, I'm cooking breakfast.
You guys just tried to go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat some of this. I'm gonna go to bed and let everybody else handle the rest of it.
After all the excitement dies down, St. Daniel, Stock, Baron, all the guardsmen, everything calms down. The fire is eventually, it burns out, both through the efforts of the guardsmen to contain it eventually. And you are actually now there's a 30-meter sort of rough radius around your campsite now, just charred black ash.
Is there rock outcropping inside of that radius or
Yes.
no? Okay, cool.
Okay. I will say, the rest of your guys' watches pass without event. It was going to wait longer to stalk you, but...
Seems like a nice pelt to have, at least. See what you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna skin that fucker. I'm taking the claws as a trophy. I'm gonna have a necklace made out of the claws.
Zering will attempt to assist you. He does know how to skin an animal.
Right, good man.
Yeah, he'll come over and help you cut it open. And he seems to be amazed that there's no head. He's like, "Where's the head?"
Okay, I blew it up, mate. I shot it in the head.
What do you mean you blew it up? Is that more of your magic?
It's not magic, mate. It's a gun.
What?
It's a gun.
Look, mate. You see this thing right here? I'm gonna hold up my sniper rifle. This thing shoots a little piece of metal really, really fast, right? And then when it hits things, it goes boom! Because it hits it so fucking hard it makes it explode.
So it's like a crossbow.
Right, times like 1,000, yeah.
Incredible.
It's 1,000.
How many is that?
What is multiplication?
What does time have to do with any of this?
Right, man, yeah. So that's why I'm inquisitive. See, I don't got no other woo-woo powers. I don't like witches, yeah? Witches, you can't trust them. Trust me, mate. I know you got them in the city there, but trust me. You can't trust them witches. They'd be backstabbing.
But the witches are the great defenders. They are the mighty fire of the God King.
That's what they want you to think, mate. But trust me, I know my share of witches. They always should get you in the end. I even gotta look out for this one right here.
No, I'm sure the High Cardinal is a man of honor.
Hey, mate, I ain't gonna tell you how to live your life, right? But look, I came from beside the stars, yeah? Out there's witches too. We worry about them, mate. They're the biggest threat in the entire galaxy. For a long time I made my trade hunting them witches. The ones that went bad, yeah? I hunted them down and I put a hole in their head just like I did that lion. Because they go bad, mate. And when they go bad, they kill everybody around them.
Give me a charm check.
I'm terrible at charm.
Plus 10.
I'm so surprised you're not
So,
like
minus
have
10.
all 4 ticks in your charm.
I have to put something in charm because apparently I'm a charming. Like apparently I'd be bullshitting people all the time. So it's gonna be minus 2.
Yeah, charm or interrogate.
Target -3.
I don't know how that happened, but
I don't think an 85 would have done it. He just sort of...
Oh, you gave yourself a -10.
yeah, so I had to roll one.
He'll think on it and just shrug. Well, I suppose that things are different up in the heavens, but down here we have the God King, and that's good enough for me.
Right, mate. No worries, but mark my words. Keep an eye, yeah. Next time you out one of them blokes, you just watch them, see what you see.
He'll nod and get back to his work. And with that, we're gonna go on our second break.
Good.
Yeah, same. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. We have a bit more game left, and when I say a bit, I mean over an hour and a half. Or around an hour and a half. I don't fucking know. We're gonna end when we end.
It's time. Time's a thing.
Time
When
is
it's done.
time is a
What is
counting
time?
system. But yeah, we're gonna go on break real quick.
Exist.
I hope you guys are enjoying the show. We'll be right back. See you soon.
Cheers.
Alright, welcome back everyone. This is Dark Heresy, Whispers of the Eye. My name is Dylan, I am the Game Master for the night. We just left off with you guys having an encounter with a dire lion, which is much like a normal lion, only dire. It pounced on Chambers after you guys took one out, not seeing the other, as it very stealthily moved through the grasslands outside of the Renathian city. Chambers survived, was patched up by Lothos, and you guys are effectively still at full strength. You did not manage to kill the other dire lion. It did manage to escape, but not after you guys heard a sort of chittering call from the swamps that lie ahead. But the hours pass. The dawn comes. It's cold. There's a frost on top of everything. The guardsmen in their blankets sort of shake it off, or huddle around the fire. What scarce recaf they have is thin, but hot. And they eagerly drink it up and eat their rations for the day. Some of them will snack on the lion that you've cooked up, not getting fresh meat very often. You are fortunate that the lion is not poisonous.
I was definitely gonna have somebody else try it first.
Yeah. The knights will rise. The knights will rise before everyone else. And as the sun rises, they will be in prayer until the sun is over the horizon into the sky. Only then will they start their day.
They insult me with their prayers.
Heresy just happening right over there. It's okay, I'm still asleep. I stayed up late. Eating lion. Barbosa will probably sleep till someone kicks him in the ribs and tells him it gets up and ready to move.
What?
Barbosa will probably just be asleep until someone like kicks him and says, "Hey, get up."
Yeah. After, an hour or two past dawn, everyone's up and ready to go. The guardsmen are geared up. You guys do another check on Chambers. He's doing okay. Gets his bandages changed. Yeah, you guys are getting ready to go. The swamp awaits.
Considering how bad that the eye is, you might want to see like what Phalos can do for you. He might have connections with, giving new eyes. He's always talking about new metal parts, so it might not be a bad idea.
You should get night vision in it, mate. That way they can't sneak up on you again.
Well, I'll see what the guard gives me.
That's the Inquisitor, mate. He's got better stuff than God, I'm sure.
I'll just sort of
I'm
nod.
sure you are being replacement eye on the ship. You will not even.
Just go ask the Inquisitor guardsman.
No big deal.
Lucky there's not a
Put in a
commissar.
good word for you.
You're lucky there's not a fucking commissar down here with you guys. There should be. I should have fucking given you a commissar
If
to
there
deal
was
with.
a commissar, those paladins would have been dead already.
If there was a commissar, this adventure would be going drastically different.
Oh
Heresy everywhere!
yeah. Takes out plasma.
Take out
pistols,
firing lines!
I mean,
All right.
maybe a plasma gun would have singed that dude's armor.
Well, it doesn't. It wouldn't work. It uses the same charge packs.
Oh, that's true.
Maybe,
All
maybe
right.
the cartridges for plasma is different still.
You guys pack up your things. The knights will mount their horses, and you guys will begin the day's journey, marching into the swamp. It's not a very pleasant swamp. As we said before, it's mangroves. It's about shin to waist deep water. The water is icy fucking cold.
This would have been a good time to reclaim our mounts. Just saying.
Oh, mate, just a little longer. This Wilhelm bloke growing on me anyways. I think I convinced him witches is bad.
Yeah.
Which is our bad.
The guardsmen are not pleased. But they continue forward without comment through the icy depths. And in here you begin to hear sounds of nature, like these echoey chittering sounds and cries of avian birds. You don't see anything. The area has a sort of heady, perfumed scent to it, almost like a potpourri, just from the blossoms in the trees, and maybe even from the water, if that's what it is itself. But as you all continue in, give me awareness checks.
Plus or minus anything? Any pluses or minuses?
I'm thinking.
Chopper.
Flat.
Hey, hey.
Speaking of crits,
All right. Wow.
Just carrying the team at this point. You can see all with your third eye.
Yeah.
still want to get rid of that fucking high.
Brian. Sorry.
Has to.
Modius. Fucking. And Barbosa. Barbosa, you hear it, that sort of chittering cry, only softer, almost whispered. Like the one you heard the night before, and you're able to pinpoint it off to your right. Modius, you just... it's almost like the time on Alpheus, when everything aligned perfectly. And you turn and shift, maybe to say something to the guardsman behind you, maybe to just check over your shoulder, and you turn, and your eyes meet. Some ways off. It shouldn't be visible through the mangroves, through these twisting branches and maze-like passageways. But you see it just perfectly through the almost opportune alignment of everything. A tall, shambling creature. Bird-like head with a strange plumage of feathers draped in these ragged, rancid-looking robes over a humanoid body with these long, almost 2-meter-long arms. And it's sort of just creeping and slinking around the trees, watching, chittering.
Taking Barbosa's head and pointing it in that direction.
Out of character, this isn't a change of ways, is it? Right, blinking at things.
2-meter arms.
So Barbosa will feel the hands grab the side of his head, and originally he will resist this shift, and then he'll see what's going on and be like, right, and immediately pull up his knife rifle and be like, right, look over to the right.
Wait.
That's what you want to do?
It's either that or shoot it immediately.
Okay. So, change the music.
I mean, I can't not shoot the fucking
No,
creepy
I'm not
monster.
saying you're wrong.
I mean,
Barbosa not shooting something? We gotta kill him. He's a witch.
That's my whole purpose for existence.
He's a
he's
witch
turned.
He became a witch.
There we go.
And I'll
You
immediately
have a-
quick draw my sniper rifle and just pull it up and be pointing it at
Okay.
this thing.
So, the rest of you are alerted to Barbosa's cry. But you can't see this thing. The foliage is too dense. And Barbosa, Modius, as you watch, you all hear now that same sort of cackling, bird-like laughter as it disappears. There's no movement. There's no, like, fading away. There's no effect. It's just gone.
What does that?
Alright. Boys, you better form a fucking circle right quick, because this thing's fucking invisible. Flamers. Flamers, you might just want to start fucking torching everything.
Hold on. I forgot to update the battle map.
And hey, Modius, that oil of yours, you got some tricks with it, yeah?
I'm gonna try and use that now, actually. I don't know what kind of thing this is, but I'm gonna do the same thing I did earlier with the cloud into warp. Try and put a psychic barrier around us.
Okay.
I'd say try to hold that thing still. Let me get a good right to the short A.
If and when I can see it, I will try, certainly. Until then,
I need to get a shotgun.
Shotgun would be bad.
shotgun would be nice.
Shotgun within 3 meters. Ooh.
Right.
Suggested the flamers torch this. Are we just torching every forest we see? I'm not judging. It's a genuine question. It has worked so
far, yes.
Well, who needs these trees? Yeah, they grow back.
It has yet to be bad plan.
Question is, do we want to save some more firepower for the red mage? I guess the question, how much Promethean would the guardsmen have?
One
Don't
tank.
ask these questions and make the fucking DM think.
They would have one tank because those fuckers are heavy.
But they got a big old backpack full of it.
Yeah, it's big, but you know.
You're also spraying it all over the place.
It's been very controlled usage thus far.
All right, you guys should be down here.
I see myself.
Yes.
Can you control your tokens?
Yep.
Yes.
I can.
Like
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll some initiative.
This is the first actual combat we've had in forever.
Yeah.
Good again. Here it is.
Initiative, where are you?
Looks like you and me
Damn.
have to roll a tiebreaker, Phalos.
No, it's which one of you guys' scores, actual scores, is higher?
Oh, well, my agility's 50.
well, mine's 34, so he
Okay.
wins.
Is it the highest or lowest that goes in this one?
This is counting for how much you have in, and for Tornurter, it is it's still the highest for some reason. I don't know.
Highest?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta do stock barrel. No.
How far away was that thing when I saw it?
Good question.
About 100 meters.
Okay, in that case, then I wouldn't have my sniper rifle out. I would have 2 pistols out.
Cool. I'm gonna throw in guardsmen, and that's gonna be when all of the guardsmen act.
All flamers unite! Focus fire on target!
And that includes
Nice.
Barrel, Stock, and Lieutenant Daniels.
That should be a lot of damage.
Yeah. If they coordinate it right, it should just fuck something up.
Oh yeah.
They go last, which makes sense.
For sure.
They're big old tanky, heavy dudes, so.
Boardsman.
Okay, so. And I will mark these guys because they blend in very well with the background.
Which, honestly, they should, considering.
Yeah.
These are not the same thing that you saw. Approaching from the trees and the mangroves, you hear a sound of almost a blend of cackling laughter with wrenching sobbing. The nights go pale. The old ones come for us. and you see sort of creeping, stalking through these twists and turns of the branches, these slender, pale, wide-eyed shells, husks almost of people, come sauntering forward. The lips have been chewed away, the eyelids torn off, and the sockets blind, but they seem to turn and twist and look at you all. And this chittering, sobbing laughter emanates from them. Actually, I have a sheet. One sec. I don't need to do the bullshit.
Should I just open fire, or should I actually try to kill them?
Yes and yes.
Double tap. How does that one work again?
From right double tap,
I think it's if I get more than 1 degree of success, I get a plus 20.
Oh, no, shit, we're great. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, Lothos, it is your turn. You see these two figures begin shambling around the corners. What would you like to do?
guess this one right here. So I'm gonna just step forward right here. Pretty much have a straight line of sight on this guy. I'm gonna do a half aim, and I'm just gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I've already seen enough shit in this place. Stuff just needs to start getting just killed at this point.
Shit needs to die.
Shit needs to die.
Are you shooting with your sniper rifle? What are you shooting with?
I'm shooting with my sniper rifle.
That counts as point blank.
Is that point blank? Point blank is within
Oh no, sorry, it counts as short range.
Yeah, point blank is within like 3 meters.
Yeah.
Nope, it is square for square.
So yeah.
So it is 15 meters away.
Oh, that was close.
Okay. It is going to attempt to dodge.
Now that we got dodge in the mix, fuck.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy.
It's
Hey!
gonna fail.
Trips.
Go ahead and roll hit location.
Lick. 5, I think that's... What is it?
That's
Right arm?
right arm, I believe.
Double check. Left arm.
Left arm. I mean arm, doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's one of the arms are getting, taken off.
Okay, damage.
And damage, let's shoot it. Let's do some stuff. That's 10 damage with 3 pin.
Okay, so
Nice.
it takes... Say 10 damage, 3 pins, so it takes 6 damage, or 6 wounds. Oh no. Okay, anything else?
Just looking after shot, how sturdy does it look? Like, did it actually kind of get knocked back after getting shot, or did it just?
Oh yeah, I mean, it got hit by the round, and it's missing a chunk of flesh. It doesn't seem to be registering the pain.
Okay then.
It almost seems to be trying to speak to you, but it can't get the words out past, like, the wrenching laughter.
Poor bastard needs to die.
Yeah, if it was talking, it would say kill me.
Probably. That will be my turn.
Or at least that's what I'm gonna tell myself.
Okay, Phalos.
These guys are marked in.
Actually, I think I would technically go next.
He does have the higher agility. That's how that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So seeing that Lothos is taking the one to the left, I'll take the one. It's the red dots, right?
Yep, that you know
So
of
I'll
right
take
now.
the one. I'll take the one directly to the front, 15 meters away. I'm going to shoot it first with my 1 stub automatic. I'm going to pull out 2 stub automatics. So it's going to be half an aim, and then it's short range, and then it's a standard attack. We're not at high ground or anything like that right now. There's no other bonuses.
Nope.
Okay. Fuckity fuck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use a fate point to reroll that. So I'm going to be down to my last fate point. Man, it's crazy how fast those things went, huh?
Yeah,
like
So let me
pretty
try
good.
that again. So half aim,
I
short
like the one aim.
range, and it's a called shot to the head, by the way, which I don't take any bonus or detriments to.
Okay.
But standard. Fuck. Okay. Well, I miss.
But could you actually take the half aim if you were doing a called shot, though?
Yeah.
I thought it was a full action for a called shot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things why you have to do the full aim beforehand. Which takes a
Ah.
whole round.
Okay. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna be doing that. Then. So
Okay.
just a half aim. So that's with my one gun. I'm gonna be trying to shoot still with the other gun.
Okay.
Half aim.
And that's
Short
towards
range.
the one that Lothos
Directly
hit?
in front. No, that
North.
one over there. Yeah, north.
Okay.
That one actually hits.
Poor knights, they see these things coming out and then just fire starts opening.
So hit. Oh no, not hit. Damage. I do 4 damage to it. Nope.
It is going to dodge. So as the flurry of bullets come ripping towards this thing through this sort of low, spindly branches of the trees. By the way, for the record, this terrain picture right here, these is unpassable. These are the trees. Shooting through them, I'll determine if you can see what's on the other side. I didn't
Could
want to
I
go
get
through
into
here.
them? Could I climb a tree?
It'd be half movement.
Does it
Okay.
count for a line of sight at least still?
You'd be able to see through them at this distance. It wouldn't be as.
Okay.
Yes,
Are the trees giving them cover?
it will depend.
Good
Okay,
question.
because I do have an ability that takes away cover.
I will tell you if they will have cover from where you are. I didn't want to go through here and do dynamic lighting and all that, so
Doing dynamic
That's
lighting
that, yeah.
would probably be a bitch.
Are they carrying anything?
nope.
Okay.
In fact, they don't even have fingers.
Oh,
They just end in these jutty, bony spikes that seem to have been
It
used
looks
to
painful.
claw
That's
off.
probably worse. I'd rather fingers.
It's very reminiscent of certain teeth that may have pierced your body at some point in time.
Oh, we didn't tell you about the gutter eels.
Oh, yeah, the gutter eels. Alright. Anything else, Barbosa?
If you use half an action to aim and then shoot, you can't move that same turn, right?
No.
I believe moving's half an action as well.
Yes.
So half an action to aim, half an action to shoot. So yeah, so I'm not gonna do anything this turn.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna count down 2 bullets. I only did single shots.
That's right, guys. Check your shots. Alright, Phalos.
Okay, so I'm going to
Well,
use a half
technically,
action
one from
to
each.
move the 3 meters I can move to line up. Well, I'll do it. I don't know. Can we shoot past each other? Am I in his way completely? I mean, he can move, but
Towards, which one? This one up here?
over here, because Lothos was shooting at it, so I don't want to just completely step in front of him.
I mean, it's not his turn, so step in
Okay.
front of him.
Excellent. And I would aim to reduce the negative, but I can't aim, so I'm going to full auto burst.
Okay.
Which is -10 to my attempt to hit, but I shoot 10 bullets at this guy.
Are you using the auto gun right now?
I am.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I have to get degrees of success for full auto burst to matter.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the question:
I am
how tall
reducing
is the
my-
tech priest?
Yeah, you're. Thanks for at least getting in front of me.
So what I will do instead,
Got this nice tower shield in front of me, guys.
heck, so I might as well get the +10 since I don't have a lot of room for degrees of success here. So, math, there we go. Unless there's any other modifiers.
No. It's
I
pretty open.
moved.
It's out in the open, actually.
I had to get a 41.
I would give you a +10 because it's out in the open. And it's already been shot once.
Well, then I had to get a 51.
Okay, so you get 1 degree of success.
Woo!
So that's 1 hit, if I'm not mistaken. It is going to
Sprayed
attempt.
bullets and popped them with one.
It's
I had
going
ended
to
up-
attempt to dodge.
Are you sure?
It's going to fail.
And I had switched to the standard attack
Oh.
because I wasn't getting the those bonuses.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me hit location.
It's a leg, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that was the 92?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's going to be, I think, left leg and damage. Okay. 4. It is going to soak. So you do take a shot at this thing, seeing that the tortured state of this creature, and you almost feel pity for it. And you just try to do a leg shot, try to just take it out, and you see the round impact. It sort of twist and burrow into the skin with the rifling of the round, and then just tink to the water and fall off with a large bruise forming, but no actual penetration or damage.
Just double check your pressure. Not okay.
That fucker's bulletproof.
Okay.
I'm on my
Got my
bitch.
shot. And that's what I can do.
Okay. It's the guardsman's turn. 1 second, I need to check the range on a weapon. Guess which weapon it is.
Flammer! I feel like Flammer should have at least 15-meter range. I think it's like a
20 meters.
20 meters. Yeah.
Damn.
How tall are you?
That is a lot of flame.
20 meters, 2 pin, 6 clip. Okay. And then I need to know... where
I
is
have been
it?
bulking up recently, so
There we
I'm
go,
wider
right.
than I was.
Hey, as long as you're just, you know,
Strength
not
bonus
too tall,
times
make a
3
great
meters.
bipod.
Grenade! Finally, he gets to throw his grenade.
yes.
Yes. So,
Tosses the grenade at the feet of the fucking paladins. Just blows them up.
this one is barrel. He's going to run over here. Strength bonus times 3. He is in range.
I can't watch, guys. I can't watch.
Do it. Do it.
Is there a skill roll associated with explosives or not?
I don't think
it
so.
Does it count?
I think you just throw it.
It might be a strength though. I don't know.
Agility to see if you can place it right. I don't know.
Did you
Oh,
just
it's a
chuck
thrown.
it?
It's a thrown weapon, so it would be a strength check. But just like throwing a knife, like we did before.
If he can't throw that thing 8 meters, then we're gonna have to have a big fucking
Well,
talk after this.
Here's I'm just. It'd be really shitty if it falls at his feet. Oh, thank goodness.
He
Okay.
passes. So he chucks it. It goes, landing at the thing's feet. It sort of looks down for a second, cocks its head, and then the frag grenade explodes, doing
Yes.
2d10
Yes.
We got exploding rocks.
explosive damage. No pin, so it's going to soak 4, but this thing is going to be shredded by this blast. So with a final scream, the explosion literally just plasters this thing up against the vines of the mangroves, and many of the branches splinter and the blast is explosive. There's a spew of blood and ichor flowing through there and shrapnel of bone as this thing is decimated by Sergeant Stock.
Woo!
Right, mate.
It was worth the wait.
It's good to see he didn't just blow up.
Yeah. He's been waiting so long for that. I mean,
Char or run is 6 times your agility bonus, correct?
4.
4?
If you're gonna do the whole round running,
Running.
a charge is 3.
Yeah, 4.
And run is 4.
4 times your agility, or charge is 3 times your agility bonus, which means he would be able to make it.
And then charge also gives you like plus 10 or 20 to
Yes.
attack or something like that.
who's going up there?
That is Corporal
Stock?
Barrel,
Oh, that was. Oh, fuck yeah.
who's going to rev up that chain sword and just go running through. He's actually You can't run through this. He is going to cut his way through these mangrove trees with the chainsword. And he's not going to be able to attack this turn, but it is going to give him the most direct path towards his adversary. Lieutenant Daniels will follow that path. Yep, and he can make it 2. And Lieutenant Daniels got that good shit.
Got that good, and a clear path to get there.
Yeah.
He's got that like mono.
He's got a mono sword.
Nice.
Which I believe gives it...
Mono gives a lot of shit.
It's like armor pen plus 2 or something like that.
It gives it a better pen. I think that's about it, honestly. That mono does. Power is...
It gets rid of the primitive effect as well on a weapon. That's pretty nice.
He also has a couple mods attached to his mono sword. He has a custom grip. And he has...
That's a nice sword.
Yeah. Let's give him the custom grip. He has something else, but I can't find his sheet for some reason, so he's gonna roll. He's gonna fail. So that's his turn. The flamer units. Are going to slowly advance forward. Modius.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of take a look at where stock and barrel started running. None of them actually got a hit on the guy, so I'm going to make my best effort to help them with that, and try and lock up the guy that's in front of them.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's
Nice.
a pretty good roll.
Getting solid willpower rolls this session.
Yes, I've definitely been rolling really low on some good rolls. So it's opposed. They can roll against it. They need to.
Okay. It's opposed
I
willpower.
say they, but yes. Well within range. Holy shit.
That is 3 degrees of success. But I think that's less than you
How
got.
so?
Yeah. Modius won.
Okay.
I had 6. No, that's how do you get your 3 degrees?
Well, from their willpower threshold.
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
contested. So you still
Gotcha.
have more degrees of success for your check, which means you win.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they are locked. Which I believe we went over. They're basically stunned. Like, they can't move. By the description of the power. Alright, so it will be this one.
So hopefully
as...
no more dodging. was the awesome intent of it.
You do have to, I believe, you don't have to uncover your eye. That's right, this is something you see. So I will give it that, as you are holding this creature with your, not psychic gaze, but more your immaterium influence.
I'm going to look that up, actually, to see if I have to pull the eye open. I don't think it does, but...
I think you channel the power through the eye, because the baleful
You're right.
eye is the only time you unveil it. Or when you're navigating the warp. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe just flash it. Ooh.
You don't.
Just a little teaser.
But that's a full action, as far
Okay.
as I understand it. So I'm going to stay right here by Phalos
Alright.
and call it a day.
It's the bad guy's turn.
Just for some reason, see him running up like.
I'm feeling a lot of them are going to
Oh.
start popping out of the
Oh
bushes.
yay!
He just
Wow.
falls.
Critically
nice.
fails, so it reaches out and tries to attack Barrel.
Whoa, that's the locked one. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That is the lock. What does stun do again? Does it just
It basically can't move.
I think they
Call
can't
it
do
a stun.
anything.
And if they're demons, they get 2d10 damage. So that may come
If
in
they're
handy, hopefully someday.
demons or if they're warp creatures. It's a very important specification right now.
Demons affected suffer 2d10
Okay.
additional damage for warp instability.
It's only if they have warp. Yeah, only
They
if they
are
have
not technically demons. Alright, this one is going to run forward. That's about all it can do.
Technically, not technically.
I have a very small screen that I'm working with.
Technically.
I didn't even see that one over there.
Yeah, I didn't notice him.
I did not either.
Oh shit, there's a bunch of.
There are a bunch of them.
This one is going to attack Lieutenant Daniels.
Oh, good. That one's in a perfect spot.
Lieutenant Daniels will attempt to parry.
Yes.
He has, I think he has a plus 20. Which he needs, but he will pass. As this thing reaches out with these sort of razor-sharp, bone-like protrusions, you see Lieutenant Daniels just deflect it. And you expect the Monosaur just to slice through these bone-like protrusions, but it actually just clangs against them and scrapes and grits against this. And Lieutenant Daniels looks shocked as he sort of grits his teeth at this monstrosity assaulting him.
That's kind of scary.
Okay, that's all you would have alerted by now. Alright, Lothos.
I'm gonna spend my full action and aim at this one right here.
Okay.
That'll be everything.
Barbosa.
Alrighty, so I have this little thing. I have this thing called move and shoot. Once per round after performing a move action, a Desperado character may perform a single standard attack with the pistol weapon he is currently wielding as a free action.
Okay.
So my question is, could I shoot, move, and then shoot again, considering that skill? Since I get a free action to
Yes.
shoot? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going
So
to try and shoot.
three different... Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to try and shoot at the one that's near that ran up that hasn't attacked anybody yet. But
Okay.
that's closest to the two people, so I'm going to do 2 shots at that one. And then my other question would be, does a standard attack, if I'm dual wielding, count as 1 shot, or do I get to shoot with both pistols as a standard attack? Because technically a standard attack when you're dual wielding counts, you can shoot as both.
Are you ambidextrous?
Yes, I'm ambidextrous, I have 2 weapon wielder master.
That's a lot of stuff.
Pretty much means no negatives if I'm right.
Kind of.
Yeah, I can just, it's basically like I get to act as those shooting 2 weapons is 1 weapon.
What does double tap do then?
Double tap means that if I shoot with the first attack that I make with my first weapon, if I hit and I get at least 1 degree of success, I get a plus 20 on the second attack roll.
Until I clarify, let's just say it's 1 shot.
1 extra shot? Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. So, first thing, I'm going to try and shoot this one. I'm going to use half an action to aim. It's going to be short range, just a standard attack. No modifier. Well, technically it's outnumbered. Would I get a bonus for it being surrounded by my allies?
Not
No?
these.
Okay.
Not these guys.
No flanking, huh?
Okay, so I pass.
Okay.
So that's
Yes.
going to...
Going to try and dodge. It will succeed.
Fuck. Alright.
These guys are getting good at dodging.
Okay,
man,
so now
this is
I
gonna start to
technically still got a degree of success on that first shot. So what I get even though they dodged, I still technically passed my roll. Would I get the plus 20 on the
Does
second
it
roll?
say if you get a hit?
It doesn't say. It just say if you get a degree of success on the
Okay.
roll.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so it's like a placing round.
But you
like
have
a dodge,
to.
but...
You have to move first. So where are you moving to?
No, I'm still doing my first double
Okay.
shot,
Okay.
and then I'll move, and then I'll do the other shot.
Okay.
Still half action, short range, standard plus 20 now. There we go.
Okay, it will attack.
That one's gonna hit.
It can't dodge again. It only has one reaction.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do 7 damage to it.
Okay, it's gonna soak 4, take 3 wounds as the
And then I'm
round
going to-
rips into it.
And then seeing that happen, I'm gonna run right up on this. So it's within 3 meters is close range, or point blank is 3 meters.
I believe so.
So I'm gonna run up right here to within 3 meters of it, and then I'm going to try and shoot again with
Okay.
a stub automatic. So it's going to be half an action to. Well, no, it wouldn't be no aim, but it's point blank, standard attack, and then would I get the plus 20 considering I already hit it from double tap?
Do you have double tap?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's fine. I mean,
Jeez.
that's what he does for you guys. He's your fucking
Yeah, I mean
desperado.
that's your build, right?
It's good that
This
stub
is why we
automatics-
keep you around, Barbosa.
Too bad
And so
stub
basically, I'm gonna run up right almost next to it, and I'm just gonna stick the gun. I'll be like, "Right, fucker," and I'm just gonna pull the trigger.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
7 damage.
Oh.
Pin 0 on this thing.
Okay, so that's another.
So I did 14 damage total that round.
Man, too bad they don't have that accurate ability. Just getting
Yeah,
more hit
and
damage.
they have a soak of 4. So
They're
10.
tough.
So I would have done a total of 6
Yeah.
damage to it, I think.
Yep. Yep. Alright, so it is still up. The bullet wounds ripping into it, and you see this pale, almost like it's like drowned meat flesh. There's no blood pumping. There's no life in these bodies, but the consciousness is still trapped within this moldering shell, it seems. Anything else?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. Delos.
That's it.
Well, I will advance my half action to follow suit and just finish off the good work that is being done in front of me. And we'll just do a standard attack. So, plus 10 for the standard attack. Any other modifiers?
Yeah.
In that case, new.
I was thinking about giving you a plus 10, but that wouldn't have helped, I
Would
think.
not have made a difference.
Yeah, no, you're, are you shooting at it with the hand cannon, I assume?
It's still the auto gun.
The auto gun?
Single round.
Alright, another round whips past this one, however, it's twitching and jittering from the shots that Barbosa has pounded into it. Cause it to twitch and shudder in a way that throws your shot off, unfortunately the shot going wide.
And that is all of my actions, so I'm good.
Okay. It's the guardsman's turn. This guardsman has a flamer. He
Point
cares,
blank flamer.
he cares very deeply for his flamer. There are many like
Is this Chambers?
but this one is his. Now this
Right,
is...
Chambers, get him!
Alright, so a flamer...
It's got the spray quality, right? Like, it's...
Yeah, they're interesting. Let me find the official...
They must make an agility test or be set on fire even if they take no damage from the attack.
Does the locked one not get to make that agility test?
He's not aiming at the locked one, unfortunately.
Oh, right on.
But
Right in
it's
front of him?
3 of them shooting at once.
I'm pretty sure that thing's about to die.
So,
I
yeah.
don't even know if you have to roll.
It is 1d10 plus 4e, pen
Make it
2, clip 6, flame, spray.
Oh, then what's the spray thing do?
Jeez.
Spray does...
Comes out
Weapon
at
projects a 30-degree cone arc. No roll to hit. All creatures in the path must take a challenging agility test or be struck.
yes.
Nice.
So they are going to attempt to dodge out of the way. One is
Fail.
going to fail.
Fail.
Let me check their character sheet real quick. Hold on, that might pass.
If they have 55 agility, that's fucking crazy.
I don't want to hear it, Mr. fucking Desperado.
I'm
Triple
Batman!
God.
I'm Batman.
I'm not. I need to get me one of these spray weapons. Stop rolling
Yeah.
to hit and make them do the work.
Oh, you're just gonna be such a big target though, with just a pack on your back.
I mean, I don't know if I'll go flamer. I'm gonna get some sort of chain gun just to do it all.
Again, one of those
It-
guys can't make an agility
It
check.
does.
No, it's these two here that he's shooting at.
Yeah, these guys.
Up north? Oh, they're right. I thought you were talking about the two up
No,
north.
that is
I got you
Beryl
now.
and Lieutenant Daniels. The flamer
Yeah.
units are down here. The other one will make it.
Fuck.
So one will dodge out of the way. It's going to be the one in the back. And it's
And
going.
then they both have to take an agility test to see if they catch fire or not, though. So the
Well,
other one might still
technically-
catch fire.
Technically,
It was because the flame trait means that even if
No,
they
no.
don't take damage from the attack, they can still catch on fire.
okay. So
Agility test would be set on fire. Even
So
though
what
damage
you're saying is
attack.
we need to steal all these flamer, and just roll with it.
that should only be.
Holy shit!
I don't know why.
So Righteous Fury on that
It
first
should
one.
be 60-10. They're troops. They don't get Righteous Fury.
Oh,
Wait, they get 60 to what?
So it's three
well,
guardsmen,
three.
each with one
Oh,
flamer,
Each
each
of
shooting
So
the
say
same
32
targets.
plus 9, so say 41 damage.
Yeah.
So it incinerates.
Yeah. So even with the one, like these two, these guys are just working together now. Maybe you could spread them out. Maybe you could form a defensive line, but these guys are guardsmen and they're being hunted and they're tired of being afraid. So they just form a sort of cone outwards and just let out a gout of white hot promethium into these flames. The water furrows up and boils around their feet as this flame comes out, causing this cloud of steam to wash over these things as well as these white hot flames. The trees explode in places from the heat of expanding water rapidly within their roots. Water boils off instantly, causing blisters to form across the pallid flesh of these things as they're both boiled and roasted until they collapse, jerking into the waters.
That's insane.
Aren't you guys glad you took the guardsman and not the drop
I'll
ship?
have you. I was gonna say, there was some people that thought we shouldn't bring these guys along.
Oh,
Wasn't
we'd
me.
be fine.
Wasn't me.
We'd be fine.
Just wondering what the knights are doing right now. They're probably just terrified standing somewhere.
They're in shock.
Yeah.
They've done the standard human equivalent of what you would do in the situation, which is form a defensive line and try to fend off the enemy.
And then
You guys
they're
have
just
not done that. You guys have advanced. Stock will run up to there. And I think that's full movement. Moving 3 times your toughness bonus is your full movement, correct?
To charge 4 times is your full movement.
Okay.
Agility bonus.
Yeah.
4 times your agility bonus is your full movement.
Yeah, so he would have full moved. Okay. He can't do anything else. Beryl, on the other hand, can. He has a chain sword. And his target is stun locked. He's gonna pass even with that. He's gonna aim for the head.
Oh,
He does.
he's gonna lead, isn't he? He's not troops.
He is not troops, so he does actually get critical damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And I said it was head.
I think you gotta roll 1d5 or something like that to see how much critical damage you do.
Nice.
Hold on.
Just nice.
Critical damage is weird. It's like cumulative now.
Okay, so, yes. So the damage is soaked, and then I add a d5 on top of the damage, and then that determines what it is on the table.
Yeah.
So, it soaks 4, down to 13, so I roll a d5.
5. So that means a blast of energy. Oh
no, it is rending damage. Rending damage head. The target ceases to exist in any tangible way.
Oh.
No.
Entirely turning into a kind of bright red mist.
Oh, that's a 10, isn't it? Because I'm looking at it. It says 5. It says the attack tears the target's head.
No, so that's the total. The
target's
total damage done after the soak is what the table is. Is the effect on the table. So it soaked 4. So if he had done 9 damage, and it soaked 4 down to 5. Then we would roll a 5, and we got a 2. That would be 7. So it would be a 7 on that body part on the crit table. See what I'm saying? So he did over 10 damage on that body part, even after the soak and with the additional d5 rolled. So that gives him the 10 plus. Because otherwise you would never get above 10 plus if you're only rolling a d5.
It's supposed to be cumulative now, yeah. It's supposed to be like every time you do that, it's cumulative, because the way it works now is once they run out of wounds, you're supposed to do critical damage to see how they die. It's like once you run out of wounds, you start doing critical damage.
Alright. Sorry about that, folks. In that case, it's a 5, so he'll take 5 points of critical damage, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so what it would do is, for the head, it would be the attack tears the target's helmet from its head. If he's not wearing the helmet, the target instead loses an ear and is deafened until he receives medical attention. If he loses an ear, he must also pass a challenging toughness test or have his fellowship characteristic permanently reduced by 1. He's stunned for 1d5 rounds.
However, I will say that as they are troops immediately die when hit by criticals.
That's fair enough.
That's actually in the rulebook. I just remembered reading over that for today's session. But since the rulebook shows up in the stream, let's take you guys a look at it. And like I said, we're all very new to this. I have played the game before. A couple of us have played the game before. But there's a lot going on. And it's a lot of stuff to learn. And they changed the rules. So, let's just look at troops real quick. So, doopy-doopy-doop. Troops. They have an effect called Spectacular Demise. So they are immediately incapacitated. So instead, you're right. I'm glad we went over this. It's good for us to know. But Beryl, charging forward with his chainsword, revving it up, this immobile, unable thing will just pound the blade into its head and just... There's almost no resistance. He just rips through this thing, sawing off in a spray of viscera and bone the chunks that spray out and wash over both himself, Lieutenant Daniels, and the sole remaining creature.
All I can think about is the Magneto coin scene.
Oh, yeah. And then
That's
Lieutenant
awesome.
Daniels is going to do great on his attack. The thing will attempt to dodge. It will fail. Lieutenant Daniels will roll that.
Did you see that?
Pretty sure that's a leg again.
This is amazing to
And
watch.
he has mono.
idea.
Okay. Plus his strength bonus.
Melee weapons really are the shit, because you get to add your strength bonus
Yeah.
to it.
He, as this viscera washes over them, and as the other thing almost pauses as it comes rounding the corner, seeing two of them, deciding which one to attack, he charges forward with the monosword, wrenching it into the thing's gut, and then just pushing upward, bisecting it and pulling out through the ribcage as the thing collapses to the ground, bleeding out and squalling for a moment before dying.
Very nice.
Right. There are 2 left. There are actually more than 2 left. But
Where? Oh, over there.
Oh,
and
that's
then-
around.
Really high.
They're
up there.
they're around. But you've just torn through a lot of them. And the rest will back
29
off
meters.
and flee. with the same sort of chittering, echoing call that you heard last night and that the thing released after you saw it, seeming to summon these creatures, the same sort of echoing, laughing bird call. The creatures begin to dismiss themselves back into the twisting branches. You guys can take pot shots. You may even kill a few as they retreat, but they do not return any more outward aggression. And,
For the record, we might want to look at this, but apparently the range on that held in my gaze is 80 meters.
Yeah.
Only saying that because that's like double the size of this map.
Yes, it is.
Okay, just checking.
I'm
You got
aware.
two guys with sniper rifles. You're not the guy with long.
Look, I have 600 effective meters of range.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
There's only so much I can do.
You would have to make a map the
No,
size
good.
of Texas. And
My monitor is only this big.
Yeah, like the sad thing is, like, plus Roll20 has a problem putting maps way too big as well.
yeah, that's fair.
So I understand your guys' concerns.
So I just wanted to make sure, but I'm also kind of worried about the thing we saw that disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
None of you have been wounded. Shocking.
because we're badasses.
Shocking.
Because we have guys with flamers and fucking.
Well, you weren't supposed to.
chainsaw blades.
You were supposed to get fucking ambushed, but we'll go over that in decompression. You know, but as
the net one, yeah.
as the echoing laughter fades, you guys find yourselves as the epic battle music continues to play. Thank you. You guys find yourselves once again within the silent stillness of the grove. You all regroup, check your weapons, check for anyone missing, anyone wounded, and shockingly, surprisingly, you guys fended off whatever these were. If they were Xenos or some sort of warp mutants or demons, you're unsure, but good job.
But I know, given that the guy didn't like burst when I hit him with the gaze thing, that he wasn't a demon.
No.
I don't know that I've fully used that.
You don't know that you
explored
do
that power.
you don't know that you do 2d10 damage to demons.
Or that demons probably even exist.
He does.
I've
He's a,
been reading up
he's, a
on
na-
that.
he's a navigator.
Oh yeah, he's a navigator. He
Yeah.
knows about that shit.
He
Yeah.
knows about all sorts of wacky shit.
Lothos looks back at the knights. So what were those things? They were very irritating.
They're just like,
Also, what the hell were you doing?
Yeah. Where
"Right,
were you?
mate. Right, mate, you ain't gonna help out. We gotta do all this ourselves. We might as well just tell us the way to go and go back to the fucking city then. Leave us them fucking mountains too then, eh?
Is this the time that we get our mounts back? Yeah.
You are wizards. We have swords and axes.
Right, you see them two mates over there? They ran up there with swords, right?
He has a
They
magical
killed
sword.
them. It's not magic, mate. It's just sharp.
It
Both
might
of
as
them
well be
have
magic.
magical sword. One of them is a living sword, and the other one can cut through anything.
Right, mate.
Fair,
So
what
tell you
did
what.
you expect them to do?
Right, mate. So basically, what you're saying is y'all useless. So why don't you let us have them mounts, and you all head back to the city, and we'll take it from here. Yeah, you just point us the way.
Absolutely not. We were tasked by King, and we will take you to Red Wizard's Tower. Standard edict for confrontation with unknown enemies is to form defensive line, which we did.
Right. Well, while you was forming that defensive line, we killed them.
Again, we are not wizards from the heavens.
Right. Well then. So where the fuck are we going then, all guides?
Old Town is still some ways ahead. We must push through the swamp.
Right, well next time they're not unknown, are they? So I'll expect a little bit more than sitting back and cowering, yeah?
A few of them will, one or two of them will look ashamed, actually, and they'll feel kind of bad. Yeah, but,
Right, as you should.
You're useless. Do better. Okay then.
How was your king feel about all that? Yeah, you sitting back and cowering while some men from the heavens gonna do all your work for you.
Put yourself in their shoes. I mean, come on.
I'm cool with it. Judge away.
The guardsmen don't seem to have any pity for them either.
Oh, I don't. That was Brian talking now.
And the guardsmen are just like, yeah, what the fuck?
More
nice thick armor.
importantly, if you are wanting to be judging everyone who is not as skilled in combat with as you, Barbosa, we will not be accomplishing anything else for all of our days. Let us be walking through swamp.
Barrel's wiping the gore off his face, like, I'm judging them.
They
Right.
are
Let them
deserving
be
of
judged.
judgment, but is not time or place.
Oh, I just want to see a little bit of spunk next time, yeah?
Oh, I
Hey,
did.
I've been just charged
Barbosa,
for
those first 2 shots you took.
Oh, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, you're close enough. I'll plug you.
Cocky.
Just saying.
They're
I was there.
awful skinny, yeah? It's this moisture, yeah? The humidity's fucking with me guns.
It's got to be something. Yeah.
Hey, Tech Priest, you got any more of them oils?
No. No,
Well,
I
good.
do not.
It's a cold, wet, air too, so it's very bad for guns.
Right, mate, it's bad. I need you to take care of them, yeah? Say one of your little cookie prayers.
Your arm's probably gonna start sticking.
Right, mate, I need you to pray for this thing.
Pray for me,
Pray for me, arm.
Please,
Look, me pinky, it ain't even working right no more.
I can
Sure,
try all
dude.
you are liking, but the proper care and maintenance of cybernetic attachments is what is putting you in position. If you did not have 6 weapons dangling from belts, they would not be in water. Carry above water and no problem is being had.
They're not dangling, they tucked in.
They are
I
below
ain't got-
water level.
I ain't got 6 weapons.
Chambers is
With 5
carrying
weapons.
Chambers is carrying his flamer above his head, smoking a cigar. He's got a
Keep
patch of
proper
blood
respect.
spreading
Yeah.
across his patch. It seems to have rent open some of his wounds, but he's not complaining.
He'll be
I like
fine, he's a
Chambers.
guardsman.
Chambers is my new friend. Me and Chambers gonna have some drinks.
He was supposed to die by lying.
Well, he's not dead. He's perfectly
Exactly, I
fine.
saved him. He's now my pet.
Every time one of these fucking guardsmen are supposed to die, they don't. Like the fucking pilot. Chambers.
Yeah.
And then they become NPCs that we will keep forever. They all add to the family.
Is
Still
it
don't know the
quiet
name
at
of
this
the
point?
hmm Aside from the sound of you guys moving through the water, yes.
Glish, glosh, glish.
Is anyone else worried about what we saw earlier that disappeared?
The bodies
Well,
of these
well-
things are still here too.
I'd like get close to one,
Let's
shoot
not
it one more
pretend that-
time. I pull out like my big gun and plug it, and then flip it over and look at it.
Okay. Yeah, as you flip one over, you see that the same things I described, the pale, pallid, almost bloodless flesh, the fingers scratched away to the bone and narrow points that seem to have clawed out the eyes, and the lips chewed away as though the being was consumed by hunger.
Do they look like they were human at one point, or do they look...
So, clothes would have long since rotted away. Give me a scrutiny check plus 20.
Can I help with that,
Yes.
actually?
Yes.
And I got scrutiny last time, so yay, so plus 30.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys both sort of go over to one of these things and start turning it over and looking at it, and you're sort of running your hand over the flesh, like just inspecting it. You feel like this sort of weird raised up sort of lump right here. It's fucking weird. Sort of poke at it and tap at it, and it sort of tinks almost. Pull out a knife and cut at the meat. And you see that grown around over thousands of years of flesh and whatever strange cellular action is taking place. Layers of skin have grown over and over and over and over again, and embedded are a few strips of cloth. and what looks to be a very, very old set of Imperial Guard dog tags.
I would excise that from the body, and then I would hand it over.
And the chain is growed under too, so you'd have to cut up and around, and the chain's broken in parts. It's not a full thing, but you're able to.
I don't care
It's
about
like
the
an
chain.
oyster effect here.
I just want the tags. I don't really care about the chain. I just want
Oh.
the tags. So I just like cut out the tags and yank them, and then like go to. Which is the one that I had? Which is the older one? Stock is the older one.
Stock, yeah.
I go to stock and be like, right, mate. I know y'all particular about these. You might want them, and then kind of show them the dog tags.
Do I look at these and count them in again? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, mate. Them things, I think. A long time ago, I think they was one of your blokes.
I think these were guardsmen.
Long time ago, mate. A
Wow.
long fucking time ago.
Guardsmen aren't known for their long lives, I'm afraid.
I don't really think they're men anymore, mate.
The overwhelming weight of what you have shown Stock. And Stock's seen a lot. He's fought Xenos and heretics and rebels. But never something like this. And he's gonna take 2 corruption points.
No.
He rolled a 2. That's good.
I rolled a d10 to see how much corruption he was gonna take.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's better than, what he could have got then.
And a sort of dark look will just pass over him, and he'll pocket them and sort of nod and move back to his men and see to his duties.
I'm gonna
You
just
still
a
got-
party. I'm like, right, mate. Kind of huddle up, and be like,
Look, them things was men once. Guardsmen once. That means this place, it can turn you into something else. Any of us falls, them or us. Cut the head off. Make sure we don't turn into that, yeah?
This is an ugly place. Ugly things have happened, and how long has it been covered in the warp? Thousands of years, 10,000 years?
13.
Them blokes has
13,000
been...
years.
Them blokes have been wandering around this swamp since then. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
We see any of them, we kill them, yeah? It's the least we owe them.
Indeed.
Agreed. It begs a couple extra questions now, too, then.
What's that?
How were they able to sustain? What gave them that ability? Why? How? When?
Mate, you'd be my person I'd ask about that. You know more about this warp shit than any of us.
All that said,
When you
we
looked
have
at one of them
questions
just
and no
then,
answers.
when you looked at him just then,
so out of character, and the little description for that baleful eye thing or whatever, it says that look at a character or creature in place and gaze that pierces flesh and bone to see immaterial essence of all things.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'd be like, right. So
you see anything crazy when you looked at him just then?
I'm going to pull this like a Dresden Files third eye thing. So you would see the essence of the being, or its essence in the warp, its soul, basically. And this is a tortured, mangled shell scrap of a human soul that has been trapped inside of a prison of bone and pain for 13,000 years.
Shitty.
take 2 corruption points.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's enough.
Actually, you guys are
That's
openly
enough to bring a
discussing
tear.
this, correct?
I mean,
Who has jaded?
I
Not
do.
me. I should, but I don't.
Lothos and Modius have jaded?
Yeah.
Alright. Barbosa and Phalos, give me willpower checks. Barbosa plus 10 because of your abilities.
My wooga booga booga.
But after hearing that,
Yeah, I'm
Lothos
a
is
bird
just
of fate.
going up to each one of these corpses and is just going to do a few light prayers over them.
there were others that walked off.
You
We don't have time to hunt them, but if we see them, we kill them.
So you both fail.
That's not hunting.
Okay. Go ahead and each of you take 1 corruption point. No, insanity. This wouldn't corrupt you, this is just some fucked up shit.
Yep.
Like seeing that a loyal servant, a guardsman of the Imperium, could fall to such squalor and torture is it's not supposed to happen. That's all there really is to it. Like, that's not supposed to happen. That's not how guardsmen die. Guardsmen die in brutal, terrible ways, but
they're supposed to die, not be
Gotta let them die.
left like this.
yeah.
There's glory in death. There's no glory in this, basically.
As you guys are advancing forward and checking the bodies,
I'd probably cut out the tags of all of the bodies that we have there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sure. So you're taking your time to do this, and as you flip one over, it's still alive. And we'll rear back and screech up, and there's no report from a long las or a las gun. There's just the light, as the face and head is just melted away from a shot. You are shocked, A, because this thing was alive, and you're reaching back ready to shoot it, and then shocked again as there's a flash of light and the thing's face has been slagged off to one side. And you look and dropping silently from these trees into the water, not even making a ripple as he descends, is a bearded, shaggy, large man with a heavy camo cloak, a long las, bearing the heraldry of the Space Wolves.
Our last gun that worked?
And
We
he'll
must be outside the range of the pylon.
Good to know.
see him smile, and his teeth, just a wide, toothy grin, like,
He's got canines, right? Like Space will have like that.
all right, Godsman and the Inquisition. Yeah.
Right, a fucking space marine. Now we
Parasite.
talking.
And
Me and this guy will be best friends.
he'll turn and shoot Lurling in the head. And that's where we're gonna end the session.
I have no qualms with this.
I'm just gonna see if we're gonna kill the rest of them now. I'm just like, right, well, I was thinking about doing
Dibs
that
on the mouth.
anyways.
Dibs on the mouth.
Which is the one you don't want dead?
Wilhelm was the one that I was talking to. I'm
Wilhelm
gonna
was
try
the
and
next
redeem him. Any of the other ones?
Wilhelm and Friedrich have been pretty amicable to your guys's.
I mean, how amicable is a pre-corpse?
It's a
He's got a
valid question.
If we had session titles, that would be it.
How amicable is a free corpse?
That's our philosophical question for the day. So,
Ponder that for a second.
so to end the
Do that.
scene for you guys are surrounded in this mangrove forest of cold blue water and icy trunks of twisting trees. The corpses of these long, physically dead guardsmen surrounding you. Strange creatures watching and whispering and laughing through the trees. And one of the lost Space Wolf scouts popping out of a tree and killing
Awesome.
one of your retinue. That's where we're going to end it for the night, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Again, my name is Dylan. I've been the Game Master. This is Dark Heresy, Whispers of the Eye. We are here pretty much every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. If you guys have enjoyed the show, please follow, subscribe, all that jazz. Go over to our YouTube, check out our Discord, and we hope to see you guys next time. Until then, see ya.
Bye.
Thanks.